I mean, especially now with this all these contract stipulations. But it looks like I got Bill Haney on here. I think that's what I hear. I ain't seen him yet. I got so many windows open. Let me double check. Yes. Yes. What up, Bill?
Hey. Well, is this a new thing? Because I can't see
Nah,
anything.
you
I just
good.
see.
You good. You look good. Yeah, nah, this is just a way cause I'm in Florida. I get back to Vegas tomorrow.
Okay. Shout out to the boxing voice, the voice of the streets, the voice of the people, where you get it raw, real, and on time in the morning. The boxing voice. What's happening, Ness?
What up, man? We just talking, man. My old co-host who's not here, he seems to believe that we should be mad at Ryan for saying that he can't eat or drink food for 3 days because he's misleading the casual fans into believing that this stipulation is in the contract. What's your thoughts on that? You think this is
Well,
fair game? Is it fair game, or is it disrespectful to lie on a man like this and this in this particular manner?
well, I think that it's an exhibition. We know that it's an exhibition. And in exhibitions, you can expect the unexpected.
Wait.
Uh,
Why is it an exhibition?
Well, it's an exhibition. You expect because for one thing, the contestants they're making up the rules as they go along, which makes it an exhibition, right? And that's fine, right? It's an exhibition, right? I'll take a look at it. I don't know. I heard something that it was going to be another way, another weigh in at the after party. Is that true, Ness?
I don't know, but I seen that you've been saying that. I seen that. I don't know about another way. I still you're in this direction because Ryan had that big interview that made this all go viral. But in that interview, deep in that interview, he's asked, "Who's the next big fight if you do beat Tank?" And he said, "Well, obviously, if Devin Haney beats Lomachenko, that would be a big fight." People been calling in here already upset saying, so why is Ryan calling out another 35 pounder, 135? Um, would it make sense to defend the belts as well after beating Lomachenko versus Ryan? Or since you guys have said that 140 is on the horizon, is that fight available for 140? What makes more sense for you? All the belts, bringing your son back down to 35, making Ryan also come to 35, which he's not for this fight?
Well, I know that Devin is fighting for legacy. He's fighting for the belts. He's fighting to be mentioned amongst the greats in the boxing. I think that what Ryan is doing, he's selected to go the exhibition route with Tank. If he's successful with Tank, or Tank is successful with him, and they want to, fight for belts and fight under the rules that Jack Johnson, Sugar Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, all those guys fought under the rules and the sanctioning bodies of 135, 140, 147. And in all fairness, when you have a fighter like Floyd, who's had all the belts, who's had a lot of the boxing supremacy, he's on the Mount Rushmore of boxing. Well, you can't be mad at him for having an exhibition. He's a retired fighter. So when I say that to say, just like this gentleman here, I heard that he was wanting to ask me a question. You can't wait to ask me a question about some shit that's not boxing. Would I accept an offer sent for an exhibition? If we consider an exhibition, right? That's you look at a contract as that. Devin is a legacy fighter, prize fighter. He is the undisputed champion of the world, and that's what we own. We're not on fooling the people and sending out false narratives.
Thank
So,
you. I
so
think you were clear. Like you guys wouldn't even entertain it. You guys are about legacy at 135 and moving up to 140, and it's not about
Well,
these catch weights and rearbitrage clauses.
excuse me, Mike, because you're absolutely right. But what you carefully didn't reiterate what I'm saying is that some fights are exhibition And then some fights are legacy, and the fights that are legacy are traditionally sanctioned fights. They're sanctioned fights with the sanctioning bodies under the weights and rules of the greats, whether it be, like I said, Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, all of those guys. When you talk about those rules applying and are you the best in your division pertaining to those rules?
Bill,
One
it
thing that we
sounds like
had,
you standing on y'all not fighting on catch weights and rehydration clause.
no, when you fight, that's an exhibition. We will do exhibitions one day, not today.
No, obviously not today, but Ryan is saying if you beat Loma, he wants Devin next. Are you saying if he wants Devin, it's only at 135?
Does he want an exhibition fight, or does he want to fight for boxing supremacy?
Okay, so give me a straight answer. Are you saying if he wants to fight Devin, it's going to be at a real weight class, not a catch weight with a rehydration clause?
Absolutely. What Devin is the undisputed champion of the world. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
But what I'm saying to you is, if Devin came today and said, Dad, I got 5 midgets and they want to fight, we're going to fight. We're going to go to Saudi Arabia, or we're going to go to the UK. We're going to go and we're going to do an exhibition, right? Well, I'm going to say, Devin, who are the 5 midgets? You know what I mean? And what's going on? What is the stipulations, right? You've seen fighters fight 2 or 3 fighters in one night. These are exhibitions, sir. You can't take the fight. You can't take the opportunity for a fighter to be in an exhibition, but you just have to call it what it is. See, Ness, what we carefully forget is that the lightweight division was considered the hottest division in boxing. We had 4 kings, right? We had these people.
You got a call? We hear you.
No, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. So we had 4 kings. We also had an emperor, and we also had
I forgot about George and the Emperor.
yeah, we had 4 kings and emperor. Yes, we had, you know what I mean? Then we had also had a veteran champion in Lomachenko that was saying, that his name, he should be in the mix of there, But when we talk about the 4 kings and the lightweight division, right? I just want the people to know, and particularly my brother, you know what I'm saying, here, is that it meant everything to us that we weren't leaving the division because it was the hottest division, and everybody was carefully going out. Like T.O., he got beat and he left. You had Ryan, who was our mandatory, he left. You have Tank, he's now doing catch weights and exhibitions at not 135. He was considered a potential king. So for all intent purposes, we got 1 king, and we got a couple queens that's, you know what I mean? I don't know. They can come back. You can restore your kingship, and you commit to one of the divisions that got the bad jokers in. We go to 140. We looking for Regis Prograis. We looking for the bad. We don't talk like, I'm saying this. Regis Prograis, Josh, you know what I mean? Any of the guys, you know what I'm saying? Like the bad motherfuckers. You give them their props. They are bad. They are bad dudes. No different than the 135-pound guys. I say that they're bad too. I don't know what 136, 137, 138 or 20, 21 or, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know all those things. I ain't that familiar.
Well, I mean, that's what we talking about, because that kind of took over the internet, man. But is there an announcement coming? Do we get a press tour? And he got another phone call.
Yeah, I want to also ask Bill, like, what end of the spectrum that he's on? Like when Ryan said, like, they put in my contract that I can't eat or drink for these certain amount of time. Is that him going too far, like lying? I mean, or is it him promoting the fight? Because Ness believes it's him promoting the fight. To me, like, when you say they put in my contract that I can't eat or drink for like certain days out of the week, like, that goes a little bit too far.
Well, listen, if you want it straight, then do it how everybody else has been doing it. Wouldn't be nothing else to talk about. If you just did it the straight way, what is all this bullshit? You guys make up shit as you go along. Y'all make up shit, man. There's no reason for the fight not to be at 135 or 140. That way the fighter is moving in a trajectory where they're going, right? They have more business to handle at 140, more business to handle at 135. What is this 136 bullshit? And y'all letting it happen, man. You know what I'm saying? And y'all don't have no problem with it saying it's a real fight. It's not a real fight unless we're fighting for everything, fighting for something. What do you win at the end of the fight?
They get bragging rights, man. You can't act like it's not a big fight. You can't act like it's not a big fight.
Well, let me tell you why it's not a big fight, because the other guy ain't 100%. You trying to, it's a big fight means that I want the guy at his strongest thing. I want the guy where he's campaigning at. I want the guy, you don't ask the guy to do something that's not him. You beat him as him. You're not beating Ryan Garcia. You're beating Ryan at a catch weight, Ryan at a dehydration, at a rehydration. You're not beating Ryan Garcia. You're beating
Why do you take it, Bill? Why, if you're Ryan Garcia and you're Golden Boy, why do you take that deal?
It's a great exhibition. It's a great exhibition.
Nah, because B-Hop did this.
Let me tell you why. Ryan doesn't lose anything, because if he loses, he says he lost because of, there was a reason why he lost. It's not fair.
B-Hop did this, Bill. B-Hop had a 160-pound title defense with Oscar and weighed in at 154 for a 157 catch weight. Like, we've seen this before.
What's 157? What's that? How many people fought at 157?
Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya for the belts.
Okay, and so how many other people?
That's all that mattered. Two historical fighters.
Right, so listen. You have scenarios. You have scenarios that have been created because you have an A-side diva that's making the call. That's all I'm saying, Ness. You can.
Well, Canelo did it with Chavez. Canelo did it with Chavez. Canelo did 164 pounds, 0.5 with Chavez, and they did 1.1 million pay-per-views.
We're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not pulling nobody and doing none of that. You know what I'm saying?
So this is something you spoke to with your son about. He's also not willing to do a catch weight.
No, I didn't say that he's not willing to do a catch weight. I'm saying is we're not trying to pull any fighters out of their weight class, dehydrate them, rehydrate them. We just don't look at it like that. I'm looking at the skills that Devin has and that he brings to the table. We can fight at 35 or we can fight at 140. That's it, man. Listen, let me tell you, I don't get it wrong, Ness. Listen, y'all can have Tank, and Tank can do whatever the fuck he want to do. That's fine. You can have him. I'm talking about the fans that want to see it the way it's been going. Now, those fans, we love them. We appreciate them. Listen, and if you want your fighter to fight, that's good. If you don't want your fighter to fight him, that's good too.
Have you ever received any offers like this?
No, I've never seen anything like this on paper. I mean, I can go what you're saying, like go in yesteryear, but I haven't seen anything like this.
Are we getting an official announcement? Because when I asked that, you seem to got a call.
Absolutely. We're getting an official announcement very soon. They're going to announce the venue. It's good.
How soon?
But it's May 20th.
How soon? We getting a press tour, multiple cities. How many cities?
I'm not sure about what the rollout is going to be, but they definitely said that they're going to do something that's going to be special and unique.
Is there a rematch clause either way?
One-way rematch clause for Devin.
Okay. One way for Devin? Oh, wow.
Yep.
A-side shit. That's crazy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it is.
No, let me tell you. No, it's not. It's not A-side. That's what I'm telling you. What I told them is if you make Devin have to do that with Lomachenko, with Kambosos, if I sign to do that and we go over and do that, then that's what they said Lomachenko signed up for. Remember? When you go back, he says, this is what Loma. I said, okay, so when we beat him, then that's what Lomachenko gonna sign for. The same thing he signed that he was willing to sign for with George Kambosos.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
People saying ain't no multiple city press tour for that fight. What you thinking?
Well, listen, the people that's talking, they might know a little bit more than I do. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's not what that's not what you envisioning. You're not envisioning New York, LA, or New York, Vegas, or New York, Oakland. What's your vision?
Um, well,
This the
my
big fight
vision is
now.
that
This the big
no,
fight.
it is. No, it is a big fight. It's a big fight for the real boxing fans, the real hardcores. It's a big fight for our family. It's a big fight for the, just the boxing community. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm dialed in. I'm 100% dialed in to that. And, we do more than one city tour, or if we do one city press conference or whatever, right? Neither way, man, you're not gonna get me down about this shit. I'm totally up about this fight. I think that this is if not, it's probably the best fight, the best matchup so far this year.
So when's Ramadan officially start, and is that going to affect training camp?
Well, it starts in a few hours, and it definitely will affect training camp.
Oh.
We will be much stronger and much better.
So when did it start?
Well,
Date wise?
In a few hours. It starts at midnight tonight.
Oh, so today's the first official day?
Well, tomorrow will be the first when it starts at 12.
Okay.
I gotta commend any athlete who like does Ramadan and still like does his daily stuff, because that shit is not easy. You can only eat when it's dark, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Right. You can eat from from sun up to sundown. No eating or no drinking when the sun is up. No eating or drinking of any kind. But for someone that's working, or someone that's on medication or things like that, then there are other things that the person can do to still observe Ramadan, and then you make up the days that you weren't able to fast.
So can you confirm if it's going to be pay-per-view?
Pay-per-view, definitely pay-per-view.
So how'd the sparring go with Giovanni Cabrera? Southpaw that's fighting Pitbull Cruz on the alleged Earl Spence undercard in LA.
It goes like normal.
And I mean the sparring happened in LA, not that the fight with Earl is happening in LA.
Oh yeah. No, it happens. He's a good young fighter, right? He's about to turn pro, or is he pro already?
No, he pro. He the one fighting Pitbull Cruz.
Oh no, we didn't spar him then. We didn't spar him.
You sure?
I don't know. Did we?
I mean, I was told y'all was gonna spar him.
Is that the one where the blood was everywhere?
He look Italian, but he's Mexican from Chicago originally. Tall, awkward southpaw. He beat Gabriel Flores. He beat Gabriel Flores Jr. Dropped him 2 times.
I don't know, bro. I don't want to put that. I don't want to put that on him and say that it was him or not. But did they really say they sparred him?
I mean, I don't know if it happened, but yeah, Giovanni was under the impression he was sparring.
Did you take a picture with him?
I gotta see. That's why I'm thinking I'm gonna get that information from you.
No, if he didn't take a picture, well, I don't remember the names. You know what I'm saying? I know we were at Wild Card and he sparred.
Yeah, well, he trained by Freddie. Come on,
oh, no,
Bill. Come on, Bill.
Freddie wasn't there. Oh, well, if you want to say how did the sparring go, Deb whipped ass. That's what Deb did. I don't know who the fucking name is. He whipped ass. That's just what he did in LA the other day.
Hey, nah, he didn't post. I don't see Giovanni post nothing.
That sounds normal. But hey, can I get a prediction for Caleb Plant and David Benavidez this weekend? How you got it going?
Fireworks. Absolute fireworks. You have the Benavidez, Coach Benavidez, very good friend of mine. We talk every now and then. We used to talk a lot. He was very instrumental in Devin going pro early on. Yeah, he was very instrumental in Devin going pro. Always answer my phone call, always with good advice. So I'm pulling for him like no other. Then you have Caleb Plant, who's also a good friend of the family, him and his wife, one of my favorite couples in boxing. Pulling for them too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you know, that I got a lot of emotions in that fight for both of them, and I just want them both to come out healthy and may the best man win.
Do you feel like PBC did a good job at promoting that fight? Because a lot of fans in our chat saying they ain't really feeling the buzz for the fight.
I know that's a hell of a fight that should have as much fanfare as any fight. You know what I mean? It should have as much promotion as any fight, man. That's a hell of a fight, evenly matched fight. I think by Benavidez being undefeated and Caleb not, there's a blueprint to beating Caleb, but there's not a blueprint to necessarily beating Benavidez yet. But Caleb, man, I'm talking about, he got that different dog in him that, you know what I'm saying? And he only lost to Canelo, right? So, right, is that his only loss? Canelo,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so that's hard. That you can't put any shade on him as far as that goes. If Canelo's a top fighter, right? And Caleb is, Benavidez is, it's just gonna be a great fight, man. I can't say enough about that fight.
And the last question that I got for you, man, like we've been seeing online, like for like it seems like months now, that Usyk and Fury just cannot come to a deal. Like what on the outside looking in, like should it be that hard to make a fight for undisputed at heavyweight when you know like the world loves heavyweights?
I don't know. Maybe they need a catch weight.
Ah.
Hey, can you have a catch weight in heavyweight?
Nah, Wilder had to fight Fury just like that.
Yeah, see, so that's what I'm saying is there's the and that's even more impressive of Wilder to fight Fury 3 times. You know what I mean? Like, because Fury is a bad dude. He's a bad dude, no mistake about it.
Right.
Usyk is too as well. I think that that's going to be a hell of a matchup. I kind of still give the edge to Fury for the size, but Usyk is a bad boy too. So that's one of those Benavidez, Caleb Plant kind of fights.
Yeah, Bill, let me get to some of these callers so they don't say you hijacked the show. I got Larry Smooth in Baltimore.
Oh, coming through clear?
Yes, sir.
Bet. What's the word, man? Another day on here. Another Ryan topic and shit like that. This is out of control, man. This is out of control. Like, bro, literally for the last, I don't even know how long the show been going, 3 hours, almost 4 hours now. People been calling in to.
Oh, you went through a little dead spot there, champ.
Why?
You said people been calling in what?
Defending the lie.
Oh.
Like this promotion. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real. Like us boxing fans know that it ain't no shit like that in no contract, but it's a lot of people, the people that's going to be coming into this fight from Ryan Garcia's side, 9 times out of 10, is going to be casual fans. These people don't know he joking. You got Two-Tone calling in talking about his dark humor and shit like that. That man ain't crack a smile or nothing, man. He was dead. Man, come on, man. We got to stop with this lying shit, man. That shit is bad,
did Tank smile? Did Tank smile when he told the world that Ryan was 170, 180?
Hold on real quick, Ness. It's starting to put a damper on the fight, man. It's putting a damper on the fight. Niggas keep making up all these false accusations, and it's putting a damper on the fight. It's fucking up the vibe of the fight, man. Niggas keep talking about he's not going to be at his best, this, that, and the third. We got to stop this shit, man. We got to stop this shit. We finally got the fight we want, and we complaining about this shit every day for the last week and a half. We got to stop this shit. Like, this shit is madness.
You can't deny that they staying in the news cycle, baby.
They are, but come on, man. As a real boxing fan, which I know you are, Ness, you can't be what's the word I'm looking for, man? You can't be a proponent of this shit, man.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. When I seen it, I was shocked. It took time. I had to watch the actual interview to know that it was a lie, and then see the tweets to know that he was being sarcastic, like you said.
Absolutely.
Like you said, the audio and the video tells a different story. But luckily, I follow Ryan on Twitter. I seen the tweets too, so I knew he was being sarcastic. So that's why I'm doing the show, because it's like Tank fans gonna be mad that he's getting lied on. So we got to make sure we say Ryan admitted it was a joke. He used the word joke.
He admitted that he went too far and he exaggerated shit.
Well, he didn't say all that.
We got people that's been riding all day for this man, talking about his promotion. Come on, how we calling a boldface live promotion?
I mean, it is promotion.
Like, that's not promo. This not. Hold on,
bruh, stop, man. Broner was lying. Broner was lying about fucking Paulie and his girl, man. Knock it off.
This shit not scripted, man. This shit not scripted. This real life.
Neither was Broner. Neither was Broner scripted.
Stop it, man. This man said it's in my contract that they say I can't eat. But real quick, while I'm about to get off the call.
Real quick after the bell.
Before I get off, hey, Bill, we need the Devin Tank fight at the end of the year, man. Devin gonna be a free agent after this Loma win. Let's lock it in. Let's get this shit done, man, so we can really see who the man
from Baltimore. Make sure he don't put no rehydrations in there.
Hey, listen.
Hey, man, hold on. Come on, man. I done called and I told you to sit there after that. You guys stop with this narrative that he gonna put a catch weight rehydration calls on niggas that fight at 35.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying?
Bruh,
like,
Floyd tried to do it to Canelo.
Hey, listen, man. I'm not going for that shit, man. And Oscar did the same shit to Floyd, but Floyd came out on top, man. I'm not trying to hit none of that shit niggas talking about. Hey, man. Hey, Bill. Let's get that Devin Tank shit lined up for the end of the year, man.
Can I ask you a question, King? If we gave Tank the credit for going up and beating Barrios at 140 and quote on becoming a regular champion, what is all this bullshit, bro? From a real one to a real one, what's going on?
To be completely honest with you, man, I can only go off, you know what I'm saying, the shit that's public information. And after the Barrios fight, he was in the ring and he said he wasn't doing 140 no more. That was 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know why people were acting brand new as if that shit ain't been out there already. You understand what I'm telling you? And Ryan ain't fought no 40-pounders. He been fighting 35-pounders. So we gotta stop with this shit, man, for real. But yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all up no longer, man. Great show. Appreciate y'all as always. Hey Bill, let's lock it in. Let's lock it in end of the year, man.
If with all the heat at 135 pounds, everybody's at 135 pounds, why would you go pick a 140-pound fighter and bring him down?
Ain't Ryan been calling him out for the last 3 years according to Ryan? They've been calling him out.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
why you calling out? So if you're a 40-pounder, why you calling out 35 pounds?
I'm saying this because he fought.
You don't hear Bud. You don't hear Bud calling out Sabril Matias. You don't hear Bud calling out Josh Taylor.
Right. So what I'm saying is so even if you call a person out and a person tell everybody that they're going to fight, and then like this, so we're saying that we're going to fight, and then you send over and you look at the thing and you say, man, what the fuck is all this? What is all this other shit? You think that's cool?
I understand. Hey, man, I don't listen. If it was a perfect world, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be no catchweights and shit like that. But this is boxing, man. The Tank ain't invent none of this shit. You understand what I'm telling you? So, you know what I'm saying? Like LB said in the tweet, man, it's just business. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in the boardrooms. I don't know what's in the contracts, nothing like that, man. I just want to see the fight. And I just wish niggas would stop raining on the parade, man. And really lift this fight up, man. That's all.
Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you too, Bill, man. Let's get the Devin Tank thing done, man. Much love.
No more shitty contracts. Yo, Venom. Sean Garcia, what up?
Yo, you hear me?
I hear you.
Yo, I just need to ask Bill. Bill, you double dutching, Bill. You keep saying, when that's you, would you take the 136 catch? You say, I never said we ain't gonna take it, but then you say you don't do an exhibition. You gotta pick one. Let your nuts.
No.
Pick a side.
Okay, let me pick for you so you'll understand, good brother. What I'm saying is the exhibition. When you accept the exhibition, you tell the world this is an exhibition. This is, and whatever it is. I like the way Floyd can look directly at you and say, it's an exhibition, right? You're not trying to fool nobody. You're saying, look, I've been in the biggest events. I've had all the belts. This is an exhibition. That's all. It's be honest with the people.
Okay, now, keep saying Ryan. You keep throwing this bag on Ryan. Ryan ain't doing nothing to y'all. He's giving y'all credit. What you trying to do?
No. I give Ryan his credit, but what I'm saying is when he wants to get back, and him and his mom and dad, what they've been doing is fighting for legacy and belts. We fought for national titles and everything with them. So when they get back to the essence of that part of it, then that's a conversation I'll have about boxing. When you let Tank and you going with this Tank shit and you keep calling out these people and you become an exhibition fighter where you'll fight Manny Pacquiao, you'll fight Tank at catch weights, you'll do strange stuff. I don't say that he doesn't have the talent, and I don't say that Tank doesn't have the talent. I just don't understand what they're doing right now. You know what I mean? With all that everyone has did, pushing boxing forward, right, to legitimize boxing, right to the best fighting the best, the division and all this. I just said, what are we doing right here, right? If it's not an exhibition, we can't say that it's a real fight. We can't say that it's a fight for something. Just leave it as it is. And when either of the fighter get finished with their exhibition and they want to do something, then we'll talk about it.
Well, listen, Devin, that's all I'm going to say. I'm not Devin, Bill. That's all I'm going to say. You sit tight. We don't take care of business with Tank. We coming straight after. You better not try to go to 140. We coming for you now. I'm telling you that right now.
Well, listen, if you were coming for me right now, you would call my telephone number and be talking to me with a hypothetical situation, because you wouldn't allow me to have someone else give me a call. So what you're saying is what's your name? What's your name, sir?
Venom. This Venom.
Huh?
Venom.
Who?
Venom.
See, call him Garcia.
Venom?
Yeah, we call him Sean Garcia because we think he's Ryan's brother.
So Sean, do you have a date, time, or would you like my email? How are you going to come for me?
April 22nd, around 12. We gonna be calling son's name.
You breaking up, Sean?
Yeah, man.
I was trying to hear what you were saying, Sean. What you say?
On April 22nd, around 11 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna be calling your name, son, out.
Oh, why don't you just call my telephone number right now?
Nah, because that's not how we do things.
That's not how we do things.
All right, okay.
All right, Sean. All right, got to get to some other callers. I got a counterpunch from Tommy in Florida. And
Not with Tank now.
Actually, before I go to that, I got Numbers says Ryan's opposition isn't bloated, smaller guys. By the way, I think. And then we got Tommy with that counterpunch. What up, Tommy?
Hold on real quick. We need 66 more likes to get to 900.
Oh, I like that.
More. Let's
66 go. More. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, too. We are trying to get to that next goal of 167,000. Tommy, you connecting or what? Uh-oh, Tommy. Get out the space. Come back in. We got Decatur Zone. Lids low.
Well, good, homie.
He ain't connecting either.
Why are you mad about it being an exhibition?
I mean, because we know that it's not. We never called Canelo fights an exhibition on Floyd versus Canelo was 152. That ain't no exhibition.
Well, what was their fight for?
Tran, what up? Hold on a minute, Tran. What you said, Bill?
No, I said, were they fighting for anything or just bragging rights?
I believe there was a WBC on the line.
Okay, so that's not, they're fighting for something.
But it was a 54-pound belt at 52.
But what I'm saying is...
And Pacquiao did that too with Margarito.
But what I'm saying is a sanctioned fight, right? Is this a sanctioned fight?
I'm sure sanction, yeah, not by a sanctioning body, is a commission fight by the Nevada State Athletic Commission.
So it's a commission fight, but not a sanctioned title fight.
Yeah, there's no title on the line. There's no title on the line.
Okay, but what I'm saying is there's been a title for Dev from youth, international.
Yeah, Bill. But what I'm saying is there's always comes a time in your career when you do a non-title fight. Like Floyd fought non-title with
but see
with 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 McGregor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, that was an exhibition.
no, it wasn't. It went on his record, just like this going on the record. If it goes on your record, it can't be an exhibition. The exhibitions that Floyd's doing in China and all that shit, them shits ain't on his record. But the McGregor fight, that's that wasn't an exhibition.
Okay. So I got a better understanding that if it goes on your record, then it's considered a fight versus.
I mean, it's a pro fight.
It's not right.
It's on your box rec.
Okay. All right, I got it.
Bill, funny. Shout out to Bill for rocking out with us. Go ahead and send some love. You never seen Bill over here taking calls. We got a $5 super chat from Rada of the Storm that says, Bill Haney sound like a bitter baby mama.
Hey, listen, let me explain something to everybody so there's some bitter. I've been driving Rolls Royces, having fly shit since 1988, maybe 86.
Spending money since 88.
Listen, since 88, since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And the biggest thing that I've ever did in my life is put all the bullshit to the side and just be a dad, just be a father to my sons. You know what I'm saying? I have fun listening to you guys, going back and forth with you guys. But I'm definitely not crazy. I'm doing my job.
For sure. Tran, what up?
Yo, good, champ.
What up?
What's good, everybody? What's good, DBB? What's good, Bill? I just got a question for Bill. I know it was talks about Bob Arum was saying that the winner between Loma and Haney was supposed to be fighting Shakur, but I know that, the Tank fight is bigger. Are you guys, is that true as far as what Bob Arum was talking about? The winner might face Shakur?
No, there's no fight to say that the fight is bigger with Tank than with Shakur. Both of those fights are bigger. That don't big as fuck all that. That all of them is big fights. Shakur, hell of a fighter. Tank, hell of a fighter. Great opportunity to showcase and have a great event with either one of them. But to answer your question, we're not going nowhere. We're at 135.
Okay. Yeah, I was just asking because I know as far as the Tank fight goes, with this stipulations that he put in Ryan Garcia, I'm sure if he would to, fight Haney, I'm sure that he would try to, put stipulations in that contract. So, that's why I was thinking about, the Shakur fight because, I don't see Tank coming to fight Haney, straight up without putting stipulations in there and doing all this mess that he's doing with Ryan. What's your thoughts on that?
Listen, if that's what you guys have made Tank out to be, a guy that's going to put stipulations to fight and all that, you know what I'm saying? Listen, that's him.
Yeah.
Like I told him, that happened. We don't got to fight. Listen, we don't got to fight Tank. We can fight Shakur. Shakur's a great fight, too. A fighter that's fighting for belts, legacy, and all that. Man, Tank can keep doing exhibition. You go pick another guy, give him some rehydration, dehydration, right? And that's fine. You know what I mean? But the only time that I come on or I say something, if you say that there's another fighter that's the best in the 135-pound division other than Dazn, I say prove it. So, but now understand though, that means that I'm saying that Dazn is the best champion at 135 since the likes of Sweet Pea Whitaker, right? Roberto Duran. So we're going to operate in those spaces, right? You guys can have Tank and what he talking about and how he drawing up contracts. Bro, it ain't like that with us. I've been having money all my life, bro. It ain't that. We're not no suckers. You can't just do anything to us, right? We're not just going for anything. You know what I mean? Period.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, that's
yes,
just that's what I just wanted, to ask because I feel the same, way with this whole, Tank thing. Tank is what he's doing, man. It's showing that he's not really about what he's saying as far as his dogs and all this stuff. So, I just wanted to call in, just ask you a question about that. Appreciate the time. Appreciate you, Ness. Everybody, peace out. Holler at y'all later.
All right, Tran.
Ness. Ryan was at and still is at a pivotal point in his career. Good fighter. Does he go with a strong social media presence, right? Strong presence. Do you go that way of exhibition side of it and just pick fighters, or do you come back and face Devin Haney, the guy that you were the interim?
He already said Devin, and I love that he said it. So I'm not gonna put
Yes.
negative energy in the air.
No. What I'm saying is, that's you can't take away a fighter's opportunity to do that. You can't take away Tank's opportunity to do 136 pounds. You can't take away Ryan's opportunity to fight Tank at 136 pounds. But it's just not the same as what I'm saying. And if any of those fighters, because they have the skills, when they come, they say, all right, we got this out the way. Now it's back to the real business of boxing. I don't have any problem with it. But when you say that fight is bigger and better and different than Lomachenko and Devin, who are fighting a sanctioned world title fight, right?
Yeah, but
don't.
But why even say it's bigger than or better than? Like that's a good fight.
Well,
this a good fight.
Why I say that is the actual fight is because the fights go in the history books, right? It's a fight for history. It's a fight for legacy. But Ness, if
this will be in
the
books, Bill.
Okay,
I already proved it to you with older fights.
Listen, coming from Oakland, right? And I said, look, having a mom that was active in the 60s during the civil rights, that was a Black Panther and all the stuff. If we don't have some kind of tangible way that we say that we can get there, we're going to fight and we're going to get there. When you say that you don't need a belt, you don't need that, well, you take that out of the hands of the minority and end up putting it in the hand of the majority. And the majority meaning who's running the shit, right? What if we didn't have that? What if the young guys coming out the neighborhoods, what way do they prove that they're champion? Climbing up the, what way is it if you're saying that the belts don't matter and it's all about the social media?
It's just the world we live in, Bill. We used to do we used to do multiple city press tours. Now we're doing virtual press conferences. We begging for press tours. You know, we used to get the best fight and the best. So like you can't complain about the direction the sport is going, and the trajectory of the sport is always gonna go where the money is. And the biggest fights always is the money. That's just how it is. It's regardless of division. Look at Roy Jones. Roy Jones moved up the heavyweight. That was considered a big fight. We knew that wasn't his weight class. Like when Kell Brook fought Gennady, when Khan fought Canelo, people come out probably because of the allure of the catchweight, of the guy moving up and down.
What I'm saying is you're getting away from the structure, right, that makes up boxing. For a long time of yesteryear, there wasn't any kind of structure, right? And not to say that it's complete structure and it's complete fair, everything is completely fair. I'm not going to say that either. But I'm saying when we just take and we throw out the sanctioning bodies, right, and we say that we're not fighting for anything, we're just fighting, we run a risk of starting something that we can get blackballed from, that we won't necessarily be the ones that are always the A sides. Tank is the A side, but this could set precedent that Jake Paul could be the face of boxing.
I mean, he kind of is doing his thing. When you got that power, you do what you want. He just had a fight in Saudi for $30 million, bro. A non-title fight. Tommy Fury made more money than the average boxer makes in a non-title fight in his 8th fight. And they saying they sold 800,000 pay-per-views globally. Let me get to some calls. I got Saquon, New York City. Saquon, New York, not connecting with up. Supermax in the time being. Supermax.
Okay, am I unmuted?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Am I coming through clear?
Yes.
Cool, cool, cool. What up, Ness? I don't know if Mike and everybody's still on. What's up, Mr. Hanky? How you
Bill must have got a
doing?
call.
No, yes, sir. I'm here.
Oh, all right. Because I ain't see you on camera.
Salute to you, King. Salute.
Honestly, man, I think this is I didn't understand why Mike was so heavily upset about it. You know, it's fight
Because he
promotion.
was lying. That's why.
Okay, so is Ryan Garcia 180 pounds? Is he on steroids? It's the same thing, man. It's fight.
Exactly.
I do. Okay, I get that. And again, I never commended Tank for any of that shit. But when you get on a podcast,
You ain't condemn him either. You ain't pop up doing all this PR work.
I was on your show this week saying you can't come on and accuse dudes of PEDs. You have no proof.
Like I said, I don't think it was that big of a deal personally. But I do what I think
put it in my contract.
Bro, he came out and said he was lying, so it's not like he's sticking to it. If he was sticking to it, it's a different story.
So Ryan agrees with me. He was lying.
He said he was lying.
So why are y'all defending him then?
Because he already admitted it. He already admitted it was a joke.
So you
It's not that
admitted
big of a deal.
now we defend you. Like, no.
Bruh, he said it was a joke.
And the only reason he came out is because Leonard Ellerby called him out on that shit. He was like, Leonard, I expected you to detect sarcasm. Nobody detected no sarcasm because nobody laughed. You had a straight face.
I mean, you know.
Regardless, like I said, it ain't that big of a deal, man. I mean, look, the only thing I'm hoping this can do is apply pressure. And let's keep it clear. I'm not a Ryan fan. I've been on this show for years calling him Victor Ortiz 2.0. I'm not a fan of Ryan. I'm not overly like him, to be honest. But I hope this applies pressure for Tank to take this off. And, you don't need this to beat Ryan, in my opinion. That's just what it is. I mean, all this other stuff, it does take away from the fight, but it is what it is, man. I got a question for Bill, though. Bill, if there was a situation where you guys were in some kind of weird, I can't foresee it happening, but would you, if you and Devin were presented with an offer and it was like, hey, man, why you holding this? I feel like you guys would be quick to say, fuck it, let it be at 100%, and it will whoop his ass anyway. That's what I want Tank to do. I want Tank to do, you know what? Rehydrate, whatever, because I firmly believe Tank gonna whip his ass regardless coming in for 22nd. That being said, man, you guys crushing it all week long. Mike and Ness, Danny, y'all guys killing it. Y'all go check out what's Danny's channel, Midfield Mindset. I don't know much about Formula One, but I'm gonna check that out. Y'all give that a subscription. And y'all definitely go check out Mike on Sports. Subscribe to his channel, especially if you get this Bud Spence fight, because pretty soon, if you're subscribing there, you'll get one of Mexon Sports featuring Mike Ross. It's gonna be great. By that time, we'll be able to break down Spence with Bud Dazn. Hopefully sometime this year, man. We're up to the finish line, I believe. But other than that, man, yeah, Mike, this much doing about nothing, brother. I'm not too mad about it. I'm hoping it applies the pressure, man. That's all I really got, though.
All right, Max, I got JT.
Real quick, while we got Bill on, I just want to say, man, that Terry talk that you did was absolutely great, man, and I enjoyed watching it. Great job.
King. Thank you, King.
JT.
Yo, what up, Ness? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, what's going on, Mike? Bill Haney. I'm kind of like with Supermax. I heard Supermax call, but my thing is, if Ryan been made this a big joke about all these weight stipulations and all that, and Leonard Ellerby called him out on it, Ryan tried to make it seem like Tank was asking for the weight catch issue, and he came out and said it jokingly. I don't understand why still people making a big deal about the weight stipulations. At the end of the day, Ryan accepted the fight because I'm pretty sure the manager came and talked to him about the weight. Would it be an issue? He still accepted the fight. So I just think after Tank knock him out, because I think that's what's gonna wind up happening because of Ryan lack of defense, how he fight. I think he's gonna get clipped. That's just gonna be an excuse everybody gonna use. Tank hydration weight. The weight issue was the problem. Tank Ryan wasn't at his full potential, so it's just gonna be an ongoing excuse. But man, after Tank get done with Ryan, I want to see the Devin Haney's and Tank fights. I want to see Devin Haney fight Shakur Stevenson. I want to see Shakur Stevenson fight Tank. Those are the fights I want to see. I got my prediction on both sides winning. I could break down how Tank wins. I could break down how Devin wins. But I also want to see Devin Haney take a punch from Tank. And that might change the whole fight of that fight to see what kind of fight style Devin has to offer Tank. Because I seen Devin take a punch from a hard puncher, but I want to see him take a punch from Tank and see if he's still going to box or he go bring the fight or he go push him back or either. Those are the fights I want to see being made. And that's all I got.
All right. I got a couple of.
Tank slow. Tank don't be hitting. He don't. Devin sparred him a few times, man, a couple times rather. It ain't like how you think, how everybody think, you know?
I mean, everybody we interview say Tank hit harder than motherfucker.
Yeah,
everybody.
No, but you have to connect. You have to, you know what I mean? Yeah, he does hit hard. You know what I'm saying? If you standing in front of him.
I got Oscar, $5 Cash App. He says, they say everything except let's fight, Bill Haney.
Man, that's so true. Listen, anybody else, if they have a fight coming up, you know that there will be talks about who the next fighter is. You know, everyone says.
I mean, Ryan said your name is out there. Can't put him in that category. He said next is Devin if Devin beats Loma, and he called it a big fight.
It is. It'll be a big fight if it happens. You know, he was in the position for it to happen before, and it didn't happen. So I'm not going to rule out it. Right?
I mean, but you was on stage, or rather, you was in the ring when he told you and Devin he gonna go fight Tank first and come back to you because y'all the harder fight. So he ain't looking like a Kappa. Everybody got him like a Kappa, but he doing what he said he would do.
Keeping it real, Ness, he did say that. The only thing that's throwing me off about both of them is this catch weight, hydration, all this other shit.
Well, he doing what he got to do. He doing what he got to do.
Yeah, but I'm saying this. I didn't, you know, this shit is putting something in boxing now. You know, when Mike said, I want to ask Bill, will he take it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Where did all this shit come in from? And Mike, that's a respectable, good question to ask. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, is that where boxing is going? Now you're starting to write up the contracts, you're starting to write up the clauses and write up all the shit. Well, I'll tell you one thing is Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson, all them is good fights. If Tank ain't fighting at 135 and he don't want to fight, well, Shakur Stevenson is a great fight next after Lomachenko. Ryan Garcia is a great fight. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nothing to be mad about.
I got a couple super chats and some more callers. Reginald, $20 super chat. Shout out to you. Let me drop a bomb for that. Shout out to the podcast. Danny, I will see you at the David versus Caleb fight. I'm on the floor too, bro. Shout out. Bones 13. Shout out to Tank, the Burger King champ. Dang, y'all terrible. Israel, $2 super chat says, for the truck drivers, I recommend Bose sunglasses. What? I ain't see that. I'm going to have to Google that shit. Nino Brown with the counterpunch we went to. Saquon, New York City says, Ryan is 24 years old. You saying a 24-year-old can't make weight? Hank Lundy is like 800 years old and he making 135. What we talking about? Shout out. That was a good one. That was a good one. We got Smitty with the $5 super chat. Says, y'all got T-Mobile telling me I've used 48 gigs and they gonna slow my data down listening to y'all argue 3 hours a day. Nah, laughing out loud emoji. Good show, fellas. Hashtag TBV. Shout out to you, bruh. $2 super chat from R. Hayes. He says, J-Rock is Muslim and he beat her during Ramadan. Yeah, I mean, some people definitely do training camp during the time. We got Mad Bet 100, definitely over Tres. He says, $2 super chat. The monster beats the bowels out of Caleb. Damn. Rider of the Storm, $5 super chat. He says, Bill Haney sounds like, oh, we said that one. Arthur, $2 super chat says, but Devin was about to fight Gary Russell. Ooh, where Bill at? That's true. But it wasn't going to be at a catchweight, though. That's for sure. It was going to be at 135, so it doesn't matter. That's what he's saying. He's saying fight at a real weight. We got D-Mo with another super chat. He says, Bill pull up energy, get different. Shout out to Team Haney. Devil emoji, fire emoji. $5 super chat from TM, just showing love. Appreciate it. And we got boxing. $2 super chat says, real boxing fans don't want stipulations and contracts. Exactly, my friend.
You already know
Bill,
how I'm rocking.
Bill's back. Bill, you got a couple right here.
Listen, let me tell you, I am a fan of the Boxing Voice. I am a member of the Boxing Voice community. I am in the chat. I am listening. I am still here. I just, when it went off, but never will I come on and not give the people the opportunity to ask the questions, because this is what I'm saying is now in this day and age, when Neston said it's a different time, each team needs to have a representative that really represents them that's out in the streets doing it. Because, the fans that ask these tough questions, I love that you ask them. I love that you're riding for your fighter. This is the admiration and respect that we look to get in the ring against your fighter and earn from you. The fighter is not necessarily impressive to us, but the way that you ride for him is. You see what I'm saying? So we respect all that. But of course, I come back to answer all the questions and any of the smoke.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It was one time that I was jealous of Ness, man. When I seen him and you share a peace pipe, you know what I'm saying? When you guys were partaking in the cannabis, I was like, damn.
I don't remember what you're talking about.
I'm just saying. I was like, that's a cool ass moment, you know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying? Like that's awesome.
But you know what though? But in order for Ness to be great and to do his thing and to have this wonderful show, even in our friendship, he cannot deny me the smoke.
I don't, but I got the people.
I told between me and Ness's relationship, off the camera, he's great. We're great enough, but he has a job to do and I have a job to do. And if he came up and he was soft shoeing with me and he was being friendly, right? He wouldn't let me do my job. And that's answer to these tough questions that the people have for him. So one thing about me is, I could have ran out, I got shit to do, but while listening and stuff, and I'm and people asking questions, I want to come back on. I know they said,
yeah, let me get to those for you.
Will we send Tank a contract? Of course, we would send Tank a contract or any other fighter on this level of contract, knowing that we know that that's what they want. And you give me the opportunity to go out and make it happen, by all means, I'm going to do it each and every time.
That's why I like you, man, because like in boxing, like a lot of folks take this shit personal, but you don't take that shit personal at all. Like you can just answer the question, keep it moving. All right, what's the next question? So that's why I'm saying I'll give y'all that kudos.
Best job in the world.
So you heard them all, Bill? You heard them all? I don't need to repeat them?
I kind of remember that one, which was one that, You know what I mean? Because he kept saying
That
it
was
in the
Martin
in the chat.
Sanders. That was Martin Sanders
He
asking
said in
would
the
you,
chat.
he said, Bill Haney, have you sent the Tank a contract? You answered that. The next one was from All Business. He said, they say everything but let's fight Shakur. We don't want to hear that phrase no more. You can't say nobody is calling your name when you see Shakur said he want the smoke. Ryan and Tank exhibition fights? Right.
Well, listen, I always have mentioned Shakur's name.
Oh, shit. Right when we needed him, he gone. He coming back, though. That's only a call, y'all. Bear with us. But smash that thumbs up button. Let's get this video to 1,000. We got Bill Haney answering live questions. You know what I mean? Come on. Let's do the damn thing. Bill, you back.
Yeah, I've always mentioned Shakur's name, and I've almost mentioned it to the detriment of a relationship that we have, you know, as being a OG, you know, nephew, unc. You know, we have always had a great relationship. You know what I mean? We've also pushed our relationship to the side, Devin's relationship that he has, because they're on speed dial in order to do something that they've been working on since they've been a kid, man, 14, 15 years, and that's entertaining you guys. And we've never denied that that would be a highlight of Devin's career and Shakur's career to get out in a big event. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely, I always say his name, but I also say his name with respect. That if I knew that the fight was coming down, I would tell you guys, because my phone would be ringing. I have a relationship with him. I have a relationship with Jay Prince as well. You know, so I don't come on and cap and be playing and doing none of that bullshit. I've also spoken to Bob Arum, Top Rank, about Shakur as an option next, or as a fourth fight option, Teofimo Lopez. I've talked about several fighters over there next. And what Bob Arum assured me is handle our business with Lomachenko, and then we'll talk.
So, man, you taking me down that road. What you trying to say? You guys re-signing, or is there an option on
No.
this fight if you win?
Well, what I'm saying is I don't have any problem talking to Bob Arum right now about what would be next after Lomachenko. I don't have any problem talking from a business perspective. I don't look past Lomachenko, right? But if you can talk about the ills, if you can talk about the hypothetical that if you lost, what would happen? Well, then you're able to talk about if you win, what would happen. And that's the only thing that I'm saying.
I got Rocky Rodriguez. Bill, I have a young son who is learning to box. I'm not thrilled to watch him spar. How did you handle watching Devin spar as a kid? Salute to TBV.
With a close eye, you know, and I think that that's what Devin knows. And I think that when you have someone in your corner like you as a dad, you know, you'll know, and you have to get him the right kind of sparring to develop. You know, you can't have him overmatched where he loses confidence, or you can't have him undermatched, you know what I mean, where he's overconfident. So it's a mix for me, because it's something that Devin is passionate about, and he's not only just passionate about it, but he's good, you know. So it's always good to see him through tragedy and triumph. You know, his shoulder, he's had his shoulder hole completely out of the socket and needing surgery. He's had his hand fractured in pieces and stuff like that. You know, so it's bittersweet, but it's something that I enjoy watching him be passionate about.
Bill, so this next one, it was sent to me. I don't feel I can answer it. This is TM, $5 super chat. He says, Ness, you think if Haney was to copy paste the contract that they sent to Ryan, would Tank accept it? If not, it says a lot about Tank. Do you think that you guys could send Tank a contract the way that he sent Ryan, and he would accept with those type of restrictions?
No, I don't know. Once again, I say that that's an exhibition fight. If we were fighting at 136 and we were saying all these things other than saying that we had the belts, would we be given the credit? Will people be as accepting?
I got Rider of the Storm, $2 super chat says, wow, I finally agree with CYP. And we have a counterpunch from Two Tone the Superstar.
Hey, CYP, man. You know what I mean? He be
Yo,
putting me on.
yo.
What up, champ?
Yeah. Yo, first and foremost, I need y'all to put some respect on Bill Haney's name. This is the black father of Devin the Dream Haney, giving a inspiration and cooking that narrative that black fathers do not matter. So full respect to Bill Haney and you being an OG in the game, my brother.
Thank you, King. All respect.
Also, Ness, did you believe when Jay-Z said he lost 92 bricks?
Man, I'm a super fan of Jay, bro. I believe anything he say.
Wow. Did you believe when Jadakiss said he had walls that do 360s and bathtubs that lift up? Did you believe
but
that?
Jada was on a different level. Like I stopped believing Jada when he said it. He said I got a 4, 5, and 6, and they all blue. So I was like, yeah, I don't believe you.
So what in the fuck is niggas believing Ryan Garcia talking about the nigga can't eat for 3 days? That's why the internet is fucking trash. These niggas believe it. Use common sense. Log out your fucking app and use common sense.
It's like, come on, bro. Like you reaching like a motherfucker right now, bro.
No, you gotta use nigga can't. You think a nigga gonna say he gotta get slave eating schedule? That's nasty and musty. And Bill, I got a question. I want Devin the Dream Haney to get full credit for the Lomachenko fight. Do you believe that is a 50-50 fight?
Yeah, it's based on the experience that Lomachenko brings, based on I would say the what the word would be, because I want to say it right, the sentiment of society today and the way that Devin is being portrayed, and him being a young African-American kid, jury on, and that kind of stuff, he'll be portrayed in a different light than Lomachenko coming from the war, Ukraine, and everything. What I'm pointing out is that you have a fighter like Devin who has all those things that's going to be portrayed like that, still fly and give Lomachenko an opportunity. And we, a believer of peace and Islam, being a Muslim, I don't encourage the war and between Russia and Ukraine. So I don't support Ukraine, but I don't support Russia. Neither does Devin. We don't support the fact that Russian fighters can't fight on the card or fight, right? We don't support Ukraine not being, you know what I mean? Like, we're just a fan of peace. And if this one thing can show Devin, just some guys from Oakland, right, from East Oakland, California, can go and bring the world together, bring the U.S. and Ukraine and Russia together for one moment in peace, and see Russian people will be watching, because they'll be watching for Loma to see what he's doing. The Ukraine people will be watching the U.S. So for me, to bring together them in peace, to just watch for an hour, boxing is an incredible feat coming from Oakland, California, right? So when you reverse it, right, we went to Australia and gave George Kambosos an opportunity of a lifetime to show out in front of his fans and stuff like that. So it's about truly being a world champion that has given Devin that 30% more edge that people talk about. You saw him go over there to Saudi Arabia. So he's truly moving around the world while everyone is arguing about venues here in the United States, or as fans arguing about, what someone is doing, when I think that you've missed the point of using boxing to bring people together. I know that boxing has truly brought our family together. and taking Devin from a place that was being described, him having home life problems, him having attention problems to, just cultural problems, to now becoming a world champion and virtually starting a promotional business, being the youngest promoter in the game, youngest world champion in the game. But yet, we still continue to stay hungry and continue to address all the narratives that are being created. One thing that I do say is that how we can dispel every narrative is doing the one thing that we say that they don't do, is let's fight.
I got a Cash App from Oscar that says, how do I sign up for the betting show? So, real quick, I'm just going to screen share. You got to come here to YouTube. What you're going to see is what you're seeing now. You want to click that join button. See, that's prospect, contender, champ. Click that champ level, hit that join, and then you'll get notified. Every Friday we do it. We don't have a specific time, as obviously, look at this show. This is about to be a 6-hour fucking show. So, that things happen. Things happen. So you got to just be live, bear with us, and we'll bring it back and make sure that we do it. Now we got Gapiku.
This is, to be honest, since you are your last show until like Friday, it's a good way to like go off. You know what I'm saying? Get up people.
No, for sure.
6-hour show may take them 2 or 3 days to watch. You feel me?
Nah, for sure. I don't mind, man. We did like a 4 or 5 hours yesterday, but Gapiku is on you.
Gapiku, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, what's going on, fellas? What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on? So, kind of to what Bill Haney was saying about the exhibition. Technically, the terminology for exhibition is not like any fight that doesn't have to deal with a title. So he was kind of correct in that one. It was only when Mayweather started doing those fights overseas and stuff like that
but
they
exhibitions don't go on your record. They don't go on your record.
They used before about was considered an exhibition. It did go on the record. It was only when Mayweather started to use. That's what I'm saying. So I can see the mix up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I was just saying I see why he's using that word exhibition as that. But kind of like what you were saying before, man. I kind of want to see like David Haney. Like I hear what he's saying as far as like a legacy. So to me, what you're saying is that you're willing to settle with the stipulations as long as there's titles on the line or you have a big name. You're not willing to take anybody else on that doesn't have a title, is what you're saying. So in that case, right now, David Haney is the 35. So what happens now? Are you just gonna go after the names, or you're gonna move up or bring somebody up to fight? Because at this point, besides the Shakurs and the Davises, there's nothing else to do at 35. Loma's already on your hit list. So where do we go from here? Are you gonna go up to 40? You gonna go after them boys, or are you just gonna sit there and just kind of collect?
Thank you. Thank you for asking that question, though, because it's a lot of moving parts. And the one thing that helps us is the style that Devin has. He has that style that can deal with anyone. He can deal with a fighter at 47. He can deal with a fighter at 40, 35. He just has that kind of style. And it's I think a lot of the professors, man, the coaches that has taught Devin how to handle his business. Because one of my biggest concerns, like most parents, the one guy, he's like, man, how do you take it when your son is sparring? Well, it's even when they have the 8-ounce gloves. And it's another guy saying this, I want to see Devin get hit by a Tank. And then Ness carefully says, well, what about if he doesn't? How about he doesn't get hit? So one thing that I say is with like the Mayweathers.
And you always listening, Bill. I fuck with you, man. You wasn't even on he literally just texted me like, man, you was supposed to get me on when Bill was on, but now he know you heard his call.
Right. So yeah, but thankfully, right, when you learn from Roger Mayweather Sr., Eddie Mustafa, Roy Jones Jr., you understand You know, and it's several more. I mean, it's several more professors that we've learned from, that you understand to be entertaining. It's not to be, you can't get hurt either though, in the process of talking all this shit and then getting up under the lights and then go get stretched out and go get hurt. You know, so it's an art and it's a science. But with that, you understand why, if you really know boxing and then you'd understand why I talk so much shit. Why I say that it can be whoever next. It can be Shakur next. It can be Tank next. It can be, because to me, all of those guys are the same. They pose the same threat, the same, you know, one has this or one has that. But when you talk about ultimate neutralizer in boxing, you talk about a guy like Dazn, who has both hands and both feet. And you get a chance to see a combination of them when he's put in there, when he has to make that adjustment to whatever style, you know. And if it's a Tank, if it's a Shakur, if it's a Ryan, well, my money is, I'm betting on Dazn going in there. It's just different kind of dogs. He's one of those kind of dogs. One of my good friends that's a former dog man, you know, said that Dazn is an ace. You know, he's a head dog. You know, that kind of dog that you can put in there. You know what I mean? And you got some real good chances.
And one thing, like, people gotta understand too, like, all these guys have been in the ring with each other at one time or another, either it's amateur or sparring. So ain't nobody scared. Nobody got coming. They know what you got and they know what to bring. So, and they know how to prepare for big fights. So if we get any of those fights, I'm excited and happy. And salute to all these young kids showing, like, the older guys waiting. They're like, you ain't gotta wait. They've been taking big fights with Cambosos, taking big fights with Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia going in there with Tank. Like, this shit ain't gotta happen 5 years down the line. It can happen right now.
I got Jaime Nieto, $5 super chat. He says, we making big deal about weight clauses because we not getting the best versus the best and setting a bad precedent for fighters to adapt moving forward. Very true. That's why Bill Haney, you know, nipped it in the bud and said at 135 or 140. I got David Maldonado says, Bill, why when Tio was undisputed, you didn't want to be the B-side and sign with Bob, but you did soon as Cambosos won, you signed with Bob?
No, that's not true at all. When, you know, we ultimately tried to sign with Bob way back, you know, to make any fight happen that's good, right? With Bob, when Bob put Teofimo in with George Cambosos, he lost the belts.
He got a call.
Oh, excuse me. When he put him in, he lost the belts. We brought the belts back over to Top Rank and the opportunity for every Top Rank fighter to fight for him.
To be clear, Cambosos is not signed to Top Rank.
No, he wasn't signed to Top Rank.
He's with Lou. And don't forget, like, it's a famous interview out there where Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez are actually on the zone going back and forth with each other. So Devin always wanted to fight.
Oh yeah, that's
so clear. they said that was where they started that bullshit rumor. What happened to the meeting with Bob? What happened to the meeting with Bob? That bullshit. We are over here right now. We meet with him personally. Go and, you know, go dinner, go do whatever. You know what I'm saying? And chop it up. So ain't nothing that can't happen over here on Top Rank with Devin and any of the fighters. I told Bob personally, I said, Top Rank is butter and Devin is a hot knife.
Well, I got TM back with a fat $10, and this definitely TM's probably third. I'll double check. He says, Bill, I was sitting to the left of you at the Ortiz-Loma fight. After Loma, you gotta give Ortiz a shot. That mother effer underrated as fuck. Stylistically, that's a real strategic matchup.
Man, listen, the whole lightweight division, right, in or around it has a lot of great talent, has a lot of, you know, great fights that can happen, right? The one thing that's just special about Dev is the fact of that he's with it. I mean, he's with it, right? That's why I know that it's something different about him than everybody else, right? Because he's with it. We're not saying that them guys ain't good. We say all them guys is good. We with it.
Let me get to JT. It's just
Okay, go
so
ahead.
much to do, right? It's like people get mad if you don't read their super chats on time. People get mad you don't get to their counter punches. I got JT who thinks I'm ducking him. What up? Go. Where are
What's
you?
good,
Fuck,
JT?
fuck. Okay, Discord. My bad. 1 second. Go for it, champ.
All right. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. First off, the question I asked. All right, Bill Haney. First of all, I want to give you respect. I respect you in the sport. I got 3 sons that box, so I look up to y'all. I like the receipt that y'all left out. So it's no slander towards Devin, but the reality of that question is, Ness did say, how about he don't get hit? But I kind of, in the reality of the question, like I said, I find it hard to believe in a 12-round fight he won't get hit by Tank based on their styles, how they fight, how Devin boxes, how Tank boxes. And my question to you, like I said, is it's gonna be a hard time. Devin can't box just 12 rounds, staying like from a distance. I don't see him doing that. A 12-round fight trying to box Tank off him like that, because Tank got good timing. He boxes forward. He got good angles. He set up traps just as well as Devin does from different sides of it. So my question was to ask you, like, not to slander your son saying he can't take a punch, but I do believe Tank is the harder puncher, and I just want to see what he does and how he reacts to Tank's power. And you say they sparred numerous of times, Bill, but sparring is sparring. You got head gear, you got heavier gloves on. But when you're in the fight, you got 8-10s. I don't know what y'all weight y'all with gloves y'all use when y'all fighting. I think about 8s.
Yeah.
You need 12 rounds. That's a long period of time to sit there and say Devin go outbox Tank the whole time without taking a good punch.
Floyd used to do it.
All respect. What's your name, bro?
I'm Coach JT.
Okay, JT. Yeah, Coach JT. Look forward to meeting you too, though. But listen, that shit was when Dev was 16 years old. Dev 24 years old. That's 16, 8 years ago. You know what I'm talking about? 8 years ago, he stopped. Hey, listen, hold on. 8 years ago, Dev stopped him. And I got paid for it 8 years ago. So it makes for a great fight. And I ain't talking about no sparring or none of that. We got all the belts. But I'm saying 8 years ago, Dev was 16 years old.
Okay.
So,
I'm glad I'm glad you cleared that up. But you brought up the sparring. I never brought up the sparring. I'm just breaking down both styles. I think they're both good fighters, and I want to see them fight. But we know Tank is the harder puncher, and we know Devin is more the boxer. So I just want to see them styles collide with each other, and that was my question to you. Not to insult your son, saying he can't take a punch, because he took a punch before and came back, and he still beat the guy, but he haven't took a punch from Tank. So that's all I was saying.
No, listen. All you got to do is play back all the shit. Just go look and see anywhere you see the punch. See if you see Devin with a bloody nose. You probably heard about Devin before you even heard about Tank. I knew Tank before you. I took him over there when Devin was 16. Only thing I'm saying is y'all be talking to somebody like Mike said. We know who he is. We done been in there with him. The way you think about it, the way you scared of that punch makes you come want to watch this fight. That's why I said it's a great fight. You look at it, you like, ooh, shit, scared to death. So guess what? I said, wouldn't you want somebody that's not scared to say, okay, I'm going to fight him? You wouldn't want some guy, like you said, you got sons and shit. Wouldn't you want your son to be one of them guys to show up and fight the guy that everybody's scared of?
I got TM. I want to ring the alarm for TM. Obviously, he had 3 super chats during this episode. And then I got J Mac with a counter punch. What's up? J-Mac, you there? You might have to jump out, jump back in. In the meantime, I got Nino with a counterpunch.
Yo, you can hear me?
Perfect.
Yo, what's good? I just jumped in here probably 20 minutes ago. I heard Bill was on the show. What's good, Bill?
What's good, fam?
Man, kicking it. But we were speaking on that sparring a couple days ago, man, about AB. I heard you get back on there too. But I just wanted to clear it up, man, because me and my niggas in the group chat was talking, dog. Like, if Devin was 17 and he got knocked out in sparring, would you even put him back in there, or would you be like, yo, take your headgear off, that's enough for the day?
No, see, Dev was 16, but Dev was hella bad in school, man. He was fighting all the time. He'd be in the room, he'd be fighting. Like, we'd be right here, I'd be talking, and I'm like, who is that in the back there? Right? And boom, 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 boom. And we'd go in there, and it'd be Devin fighting, right? So at first, as a man, you like, all right, that's cool. That's my son. You smile a little bit. Yeah. All right, they better leave Devin alone. Then he started going to school. He took the shit to school, right? Which was cool when we was in Oakland, but when we moved to Las Vegas, we was behind a guard gate, and it was cool. I go up there to the school with him, right? And one of the times, I'm like, Dad, why? We didn't already talked about this fighting at school, and what's the name? The principal's looking at me, and Dad's gonna look at me and say, the kid was about to hit me. He said, I said, why'd you do it, Dad? He said, he was about to hit me. No, he wasn't. He was just talking. But I said, you know what, Dad? I'm gonna take you to the gym, and I'm gonna find somebody to whip your ass because you done got it. And then I took him to the gym, and he turned up, and I was like, oh shit. The dude said he a natural. He was like, man, your son, I ain't heard that no shit like that. Like, and ever since then, everywhere he go with that boxing shit, it just come easy, like riding a bike. But what I'm saying is, so the kid that I took him to the gym, he whipped the kid out. I said, damn, we got something. So he whipped every kid out around Vegas. I took him to Baltimore. I took him to Newark with Shakur now. I took him up to Richard Hitchinson in Brooklyn. I took him to Cincinnati with Adrian Broner and his team. I took him over there with Zab. I took him down there to Texas with Jay Prince. Man, come on, man. I tried to see it. I was the first one trying to get him put in his place. I said, man, this dude different. That's why I said it's something special about him. I don't be telling y'all no lie, but you tell me a time, everybody saying that you seen him with a busted nose, a busted lip. Man, the man got leather skin. And the jaw, when it hit the ship, boom, the Lawrence, because I told him, I said, look, when we was training, I said, the man got the right hand, Dev. I said, anything you do that night, you better not get hit with that motherfucking right hand. I don't care what else he hit you with. His punch is the right hand, like your boy, his uppercut. He got the uppercut and he got a hook. Everybody got a couple shots. But on that given night, the whole arena is coming to see that shot that they just seen on the highlights. In boxing, what I learned from the professors was, don't let the people see that shot. Huh? Don't let the people see that shot from that guy. People start saying it's boring because they want to see, just like the casual guy that came on, he said, I want to see him get hit with the shot. Well, boxing is not that. No, the casual guy. No, I'm saying this, but you got casuals that want to see it, but it's at the athlete's detriment.
A coach. He got 3 sons. He said the casual guy.
No, what I'm saying is, but until his sons become professional and he understands that this is sports and entertainment, and if you want to last like Floyd for 20 years, well, you can't be up in that motherfucker just getting hit under the lights, boom, boom, boom.
But you do get hit, though.
No, you do get hit. You see the ship got rocked with Shane Mosley. You seen the ship get rocked with who? It's a couple times.
Emmanuel Augustus.
It's a couple times.
Maidana made his legs shake.
Yeah, sometimes that's boxing. And I'm telling you, I never said that the man didn't have the bomb. I never did have. And people saying they want to see it was sports and entertainment, so I understand that. I'm not looking at like you want to see a guy score a touchdown, or you want to see a guy shoot a 3-pointer. You want to see my son get knocked out. This is boxing. This is the sport of it. And I'm saying to you, they all make for great events, great athletes. But if you're a one-dimensional fighter and you only do one thing good, like Floyd said, he taught us straight up and down. These fighters are straight up and down, no special effects, one-dimensional. And once you, Ness, you know my shit. Once you once you contain that thing, there you go. Now you're talking about the art of boxing, the sweet science.
Well,
Hit, not get hit.
I got a couple counter punches. J Matt, what up?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Perfect.
I'm gonna let my brother respond to the casual comment. I'm sure he's going to.
No
But shout out to you,
disrespect.
Bill. Like I
No
said,
disrespect.
always been a big fan. You said some key things, and actually that my brother actually does right now with his three boys. He's a very well-rounded coach. I definitely know he got more years to learn, and he gonna take it away year by year. He's doing a great job. How long them boys been boxing? They already against some national talent. He got a 6-year old that's gonna probably be a killer. Dude is fearless, and he just learning from the best. He doing and some of the stuff you say with the sparring, he goes through that right now. Like he's very picky. He manages and watches who they get in the ring with. He don't let them get overworked by older kids, but they're so good that they got to spar older kids. So like it's just a up and down. So I know he definitely took that pointer from you. For his that onto boxing, me and him is in a difference of opinion when it come down to this Tank and this Devin fight. He said he wants to see that punch. A lot of guys is banking on Tank landing that punch. What I explained to him, I don't think he's going to land the effective punch. See, you get hit with fights and you get hit with punches. Punch is going to land a shot, but they sometimes they get so invested on landing the big shot to where they don't land the big shot actually. And Tank and Devon's fighting, I don't think Tank is gonna be able to catch up with Devon. I think Devon is taller, he's longer, he fights with more of a discipline and more defensive sounded, and he's gonna keep him at the end of that jab. I've seen Tank have success against guys who stand in front of him, flat-footed guys, and set traps up on guys like Rolly and like fighters who just are offensive minded and not that talented, not that good. Um, Off of that, I got Devin beating him, and I'm taking all bets. I've been saying this for the longest. Devin's gonna beat Tank, and that's just what I feel. I don't think Tank can fuck with Devin. That's just what I feel. My next question I want to pose to you because I'm tired of going back and forth with these Tank managers. For some reason, I need you to explain. I'm not asking for numbers. What makes Devin Tank's biggest fight, and what has Devin accomplished and what he has done? I understand what he accomplished, but can you tell everybody why Devin is Tank's is a bigger fight than Ryan, or if it's a Shakur fight or what have you? Because they seem to think that Ryan is bigger than Devin. They talk about his Gatorade endorsements. They talk about all this shit that doesn't translate to nothing Ryan has done in the sport yet. Not the shit on Ryan, but I'm a little confused because in my mind, Devin and Tank is the bigger fight. So I just want to hear your thoughts on it and what you can bring to the table, any information you can provide that can clear something up because a lot of these managers they seem to know numbers that Devin is doing, but I'm a little confused because Devin seems like he's making really good money for the little bit of numbers that they claim he's doing. So can you just put something out there for that? That's my call.
Oh yeah. Listen. So that's to me is boxing rhetoric to drive and to get the fight. You see that you see and you hear the same boxing rhetoric, and then when the fight is over with, they got more boxing rhetoric for another fight, right? It's just boxing rhetoric. That's what I think that is. Um, they have the fight scheduled. They have it for April. It's on. Let it happen, and then where do you go from there, right? When you talk about really being in this sport, right, and you talk about dealing with all kind of things, and when you know two fighters that are potentially good fights for you at 135 pounds for all boxing supremacy, or in an exhibition at 137 pounds or whatever, 36 pounds or whatever, right? That's just the part of boxing. You have other great fighters in the division. You know, you have Shakur Stevenson. You have that other guy, Ortiz, that he just mentioned. You have a lot of good fighters. But when I mentioned about to the brother, I don't mean it with disrespect by saying he's a casual, because he said he wanted to see the punch. What made it a casual statement is when you're a real true boxing head, you take the step a little bit further and you said, I want to see, can he land the punch, right? I want to see what the guy do. What adjustment does this guy do? And you say, okay, oh, I see he on that side, or I see he on that side. I see he's controlling the distance. That's pretty much what you guys see, and I'm thankful that you guys do see that Shakur points out a lot. You say, oh, he's controlling the distance well. Well, it's a lot of other things that are happening during a fight, right? A war for territory, a war for space, a war for that place, right? And I enjoy it as a boxing fan. I can see two guys slugging it out and enjoy it, or I can see a chess match. But I want to just elaborate on taking that step a little bit further, not just actually seeing a guy get hit with the punch, right? But seeing, can a guy make him miss? Can he make him hold on it? Can he make him be hesitant? Can he make him fight different than he's fought everybody else? Can you make him have a different swag, a different approach, a different everything? I think that Devin can.
I got JT coming back. What up?
All right, what up? What up? What up? What up?
Bill, this the casual guy. Nah, but all I'm saying was, I think you took it the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? I do
Both
have that
ways.
fight as a 50-50 fight, but off of consistency, what we've been seeing from Tank, we've been seeing Tank get outboxed by some guys, and then when Tank catch him, the fight be over. What we see from Devin outboxes guys, and he just outboxes them the whole entire time. So when I asked you that, I'm going off of the consistency of the two fighters. Devin is the pure boxer. Tank is the boxer puncher. We seen Tank be down in fights, and then a couple of punches changed the whole fight. So when I sat there and I actually said that, I see that fight taking place like that. But once again, the question was asked what Devin would do. I want to see how much he go bite down when that punch come, because the reality of that, how those styles fight, those two guys, when they fight, Tank is going to touch him, because that's just how the style is. Devin is the boxer, Tank is the boxer puncher. He, like I said, they both set up trash. Tank will set him up coming forward. That Devin will keep the distance and try to outbox him, which correctly. But of course, it's gonna come down to a point where Devin gonna have to stand there and mix it up a little bit to back Tank up off him if he's trying to get in there and try to pressure him, man. You know that. So I think you took it the wrong way. I was waiting for more of a response like, did Devin go bite down? Like you brought up the incident that he always fighting people. He showed that dog. I thought your response was going to be more like that. But based off I seen that fight, I see it as a 50-50 fight. And honestly, like, I think one day we going to meet up, Mr. Bill Haney, and I'm just going to let my sons do the talking. And we go, they're gonna make their name for themselves. So we gonna eventually meet one day. I can guarantee you that. But it's no disrespect for Devin Haney. I like what Devin brings to the table. I like what
nature.
Tank brings to the table. But I just think my question was taken out of context. That's my call.
Yeah. No, all respect, and I think that it was both taken out of context, and I tried to clean it up from my perspective with you, and all due respect, and that's what we're in it to do, is to pave the way, right? Trailblaze and bushwhack, and dads and sons to already know you can do it too. You can pull up on Dev, you can pull up on Bill, you can, you know what I'm saying? The whole shit, right? The one thing that I don't want you to think is that you're not in control and you can't make moves. You can't come on here and describe and articulate your situation where you at. So yeah, all respect.
I got Jay Ortiz.
Yo, what's up, Ness? What's up, Mr. Haney?
Hey.
Yo, yeah, a couple questions real quick. Just answer me this real quick. Is your son fighting Loma? I just hear talks, but nothing official yet. But can you just confirm anything?
May 20th, they'll be announcing a venue here shortly.
Okay, yeah, it's going to be in the States or overseas?
I'm going to let them announce the venue.
All right. Yeah, just waiting for it. But yeah, well, and just real quick, I know boxers never want to look over their opponent, but assuming you get past Lomachenko, you guys going to stay with Top Break or can see what's out there? Because I know Shakur wants to smoke too. So just wanted to see. I mean, assuming he gets past the Japanese guy. But you guys interested in fighting Shakur at all, or you guys gonna just see what's out there?
No, absolutely. That's a great fight. It's a great fight at 135. It's a great fight for all the belts. It's a great potential fight next. It's a fight that we like and we would be accepting of.
Okay, just because you guys have that one fight, one more with Top Rank, so just asking if you guys are gonna resign or maybe do just like a one fight deal.
Shakur
maybe,
can get it next, man. Shakur can get it next.
All right.
I repeat,
and
Shakur can listen. I repeat, Shakur can get it next. So we not. It's not. You know what I mean? Period. All right.
Yeah. For sure. And just one last thing for me. Who do you got in this fight this weekend? Benavidez versus Plant. I think I give the edge to Benavidez. And do you think Plant has the ability to hurt Benavidez like he did Darrell? A lot of people think it was like a fluke KO. But how do you see that fight going, man?
Benavidez has the power to hurt Caleb, and I believe Caleb can hurt Benavidez as well. It's a closely matched fight, and like I said, I'm expecting fireworks. I'm a fan of both families.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, man, that's my call. Hey, Bill, thanks for answering my question, man. Big fan of your son, and good luck in your guys' career. Peace out.
Absolutely.
Jay Ortiz, appreciate the call in. We got Fender Bender. Uh-oh, Fender Bender. Did you connect? Fender Bender. We got Martin. What up? We hear you. Martin, you got to unmute. Fender did not connect. You got to unmute, Martin. Oh, man.
Hey, you know what the misconception is? These guys, I'm telling you, listen, going from just, like I said, the school to Australia and 50,000 people, right? And all of them cheering against you. This thing where, you're going to bite down or you're going to bite down different. You're going to bite down different in the gym than when you're a young guy, 16 years old, and Floyd is over here and the gym is packed and Adrian Broner is over there. You know what I'm saying? We bite. You know what I'm saying? My bloodline bite. That's period. My daughters, we all bite.
Majid.
What up? Y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Everybody like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Bill Haney, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Hey, ever since this fight been being called, I've been calling in every day telling people to say your name 3 times, so we could get you on this line and everything. Like, since they mentioned this fight, I felt like it's a big ass story and everything, but I'm Mr. Salts. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like the way shit going, I like to usually remind people and be that annoying person. You got Tank and Ryan Garcia fighting each other, and they talking about it's the top dog. And I just wanted to remind people that Ryan Garcia, like y'all said everything but let's fight, and ducked and dodged and shit. You know what I'm saying? That Tank shit, I don't know what the hell to say about tanking them, but I ain't never heard them talking about, oh, yeah, we want Devin Haney and all that shit. So I appreciate you coming on. And I want to know, like I just want to know. Now I know you don't have the answer, but after they fight each other, no matter who win, will these motherfuckers call Devin Haney out or whatever? All his belts don't matter and all that bullshit. I don't accept it. I don't care about the cash more than I care about, people making history the right way, not no 2023 shit. You know what I'm saying? So all I want to say to you is, man, your son doing what he got to do. All these little negative ass people, he gonna beat the gray wolf. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully these two motherfuckers step the fuck up and do what they got to do for boxing and not just their pockets, because they getting a big enough bag with this shit. They trying to kill the sport down and trying to move around your son, man. And I appreciate you just making all this noise and not letting, him just go into the shadow realm where people forget about him, because there's a lot of haters and a lot of people scared for their favorite fighters to take a real challenge and shit. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they step the fuck up, and I see why they being silent, because they don't want no parts of real competition. They rather eliminate each other for the biggest bag and shit. Good for their pockets, but they fucking the sport up, man. And keep doing what y'all doing. And one more thing, that guy JT that you was talking to, hopefully one day y'all meet each other. He got his little Instagram panel making boxing. You could see him on his journey with his little boys. He got 3 of them, and he putting in a lot of work. He go from town to town, state to state, and try to get work with all styles and everything. And I just, like, in my future, I see y'all two linking up, just to, I just see it happening, because on the path that he taking, I already know that y'all gonna meet up. So keep doing what you doing, keep talking your shit and setting shit straight. Cause these motherfuckers out here haters, and they okay with people playing hopscotch to try to get the biggest bag. Like, they gonna spend some of the money. So thank you for what y'all doing. And all these people that got bad shit to say, and even in the chat, fuck y'all. Tell y'all fighters to step up for real. That's all I got, man.
Salute,
I
salute,
got
salute, King. And listen, and then salute also again to JT and the coach and what he's doing with his sons, because that inspires us. That keeps me going, because the only thing I ever thought about was somebody, it being easier, or for somebody coming behind me, or being able to resonate, because it wasn't no real stories where everyone was saying is, you got to sign with a promoter, you're gonna have to do this, you're gonna have to do that, that a father can't and a son can't stay together, they're going to be separate. Now that's what the public says, but really probably as you start meeting and start growing in the boxing community, you see there are more fathers and mothers that are active with their kids than probably any other sport. They're just not able to be as vocal, because I think they care too much about what the trolls and what the fans is gonna say, because they give me a hard time. I always tell parents, man, shoot your shit, man, because they gonna come up and troll you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the business.
I got LV Slugger.
TBV, brother, Dazn out.
Straight.
Mike Gross, the boss. He still on here?
Yep.
He on the Mike Gross, what up, bit up? Bill
What's
Haney.
going on, LG?
What up, man?
I
Yeah,
can't call it.
man. King Cap at his finest. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been saying with him, man. He's doing his part. But shout out to him though. He is definitely helping build the fight up with, his little sympathy tour. I call this a sympathy tour, man. He's been on this shit the whole time. Talking the way now he can't eat, sit, or sleep for 3 days. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. King Cap at his finest. He's doing a great job at bringing his fans, bringing his casual fans, and just finessing the whole boxing world. To feel sorry for him, man. Like, I've been calling this interview just proves my point even more. I think if Leonard Ellerby never did what he did, he'll still have people out here, the fans, thinking that shit was true. So, King Cap at his finest, he's going to do what he got to do to get the fans on his side. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the boxing world, especially the hardcores, understand how this fight's going to play out. It's just a huge event. Ryan has done nothing in this sport to be demanding nothing with no tank. You know what I'm saying?
So
Fall the
why
line.
is this
So,
a 6-hour
uh,
show, man? Y'all keep
talking about
saying Ryan
140,
is nobody. Y'all tripping, man.
talking 140, talking about fighting at 138. He never really even fought at 140, but for some reason you got to fight Tank. You gonna make one of the biggest faces of boxing to move up on your demand when you've done nothing. You know, I hear a lot of Barrios. Why Tank? I mean, that was part of Tank's legacy. You know, that's another division he never fought at. And, the Boxing Hall of Fame counts that title as a title. So with him defeating Barrios, it just added on to his legacy. You know, I think Ryan is just a name. Ryan has done nothing. It's the same guy that said he
Do
wanted
the
to be
Boxing Hall of
retired by
Fame
26.
count undisputed?
It's the same guy that said he wanted to be retired by 36. He's already about 26. He's already 24. So I mean, it's just a lot of cat with him, man. So
Okay.
like I said, man, he's done a great job of bamboozling the whole boxing world, the casual fans to just get along with the bullshit he does, man. Like I said, this is all just a sympathy tour. So after April 22nd, niggas will feel sorry for him. You know, he won't get me though. You know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all hold that down. Feel sorry for him. But he signed up for this. This is what he's been wanting. When Devin was in that ring with him, after he won that interim against Campbell, what did he do? He called out Tank. So now he finally gets the fight he wants, and now all he want to do is go on a sympathy tour. It's just crazy to me, man. But, hopefully he can bounce back, man. Hopefully he can bounce back after this. But, yeah, man, that's all. He just buttering up the boxing world to feel sorry for him after he gets knocked out, man. But yeah, man, that's all I really got, man. Hopefully, he gets some confidence and stop going around talking about this. It's already understood. I don't think you had to keep going around talking about it. If you was confident, so confident.
I see, Dub. We got Space Predator, and we got CYP with a super chat, $2. He says, "Casual JT was right." Laugh out loud emoji.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Hey, shout out to Bill, shout out to Mike and Ness as well. I think it's kind of crazy how this guy's saying Ryan. I think both of these guys are pretty untested with this little Mickey Mouse belt over there in Gervonta. But I just wanted to say that I didn't to Bill. I didn't go for Devin when he had the email belt. But after he beat the what's his name?
Cambosos?
The undisputed titles, yeah, the Cambosos. Then I started getting on him, and also appreciate that he comes on all the time here on the Boxing Voice. I listen all the time, but I hardly call in. But that's all I gotta say.
Let me
Shout out
ask
to
you
everybody.
before you leave. Excuse me.
Yeah.
You
Hello?
there? Yeah, he's there. Bill. Oh, Bill got a call.
Hello.
Yeah,
He
he's
left
there.
there. He's still there.
Yeah, both of you guys.
Hey, so while we had the email bill, because we still got it, because nobody came and took that, right? So we got that. When you said the email belt before that, where was the other belt at? Did you respect the franchise belt?
It's a mess with the WBC. I don't respect any of their belts that they had for Loma or for Haney that they had. So
Okay. All right. I just want to
it's
see.
just a
Okay.
mess on their part, honestly. Why would they split it up? And at that point, I didn't consider Devin having the official WBC title or Loma either. If that makes
So
any
how
sense.
could that be then? So no one had it.
Well, yeah. What other division has?
So from that
what
perspective,
other?
then no one had the belt then.
No, because there's two of them. They're split. Both of them say that they have it.
So where did it go to?
Oblivion.
Devin has it. Of course. I respect.
The Phantom Zone.
That's okay. As long as, listen, we're going to accept all of them. You know what I'm saying? We're going to accept all of them. We got them. I appreciate you, though. Thank you, though. I just wanted to hear your perspective on that, when the email started and when it,
Yeah, it's a weird situation with the WBC belts.
You do believe belts matter, though, right?
Oh, of course.
Okay. All right.
All right, champ. Appreciate you calling in. We got J Mac, and we got about 4 more callers. Bill, you sticking around?
Yeah, come on, man. I mean, listen, who else comes to the boxing voice? Who else comes
No
in the
one.
streets and then let the people ask the tough questions, the hard questions, uncensored on the boxing voice today with Mike Gross, Ness,
Gross
and
the
Bill
boss.
Haney.
J Mac, you there? I got podcast $2. He says King
Oh,
crying.
my bad. Yo, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
my
good, J man.
bad. Shit, I ain't had it on mute. Hey, Bill. Casual JT. God damn. We got to bite down in our bloodline too, man. I think you guys and I think y'all cleared it up just for context. I think there's a lot of respect across the board, and I think y'all will cross paths. I think Majid called in and gave homage. I'm gonna give homage to my brother again. I think we got some great minds, both of us in the sport of boxing. I think we both can potentially be coaching in the sport of boxing. I think if we sat down and actually had a real conversation, it'll clear up some things. We're talking over the phone, so we give it perceptions, and we don't always give our full logic on what we think. I think my brother speaking on from the punch. You got the puncher going against the boxer, and so naturally, without the context, you're going to say you want to see what happens when the big punch lands. I think everybody thinks Devin's going to lose because Tank can land a big punch. I think Devin's going to win because I don't think Tank can land an effective punch. They keep saying Tank's going to throw and land his power punch, but I don't think he's going to land an effective punch to get the punch that he's going to be looking for all night long against the guy who's going to disrupt him with timing, range, speed, change of pace, change of height, and constantly being on a defensive responsive level, which I think Devin does. And Tank, on the other hand, he didn't have a lot of success against guys who were willing to stand in front of him. I don't think box as well as Devin. I don't think dictate range and timing like the Devin is. So in my mind, I don't think Tank beats Devin. I've been saying this and I'm taking bets on it. I don't think Tank can beat a Devin. It's very interesting you say he stopped him in sparring, which sparring don't mean nothing to a fight, but it does give us some type of blueprint or some type of success he didn't have, which you don't forget. So like I said, when you guys were sitting down breaking down, um, I don't know if it was the casual was the right word because I just heard you say when somebody asked you about the Benavidez fight that you give Benavidez the power, and then you talk about Plant maybe landing the power as well too. But you immediately went to what we know Benavidez is. But that's not a casual response. You just said, okay, Benavidez is known for his pressure, his power, his constant relentless pressure that accumulates to effective power and speed, his combinations. You didn't say all that. You just said his power. So when we throw around casual, I think it's a little insulting. And I think that's where the mix-up happened and casual CYP, you going with your casual ass tank pick and what have you, and take my bet, my $500 bet that I put out to you on Devin and Tank, and that's my call.
Well, I got Keith Everett. Keith, you got to unmute. In the meantime,
Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on with y'all today, man? What's up, Bill?
chill.
Hey, yes, sir. Blessings, King.
Hey, listen, man, I ain't gonna get on here shucking and jiving. You know, I respect you, how you handle your son. I like Dev. I respect him. He got the belts. I'm a Tank fan. I ain't about to get on here going back and forth or, switching sides. But let me ask you a real question. I'm a
Yes, sir.
businessman myself. Devin got all the belts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tank got most of the fans, all the damn fans. Who is the A and the B side? We all know how this go. We can talk about who gonna win, who gonna lose. When it come down to the negotiation tables, is Devin willing to be the B side, even though Tank bring most of the revenue, or are y'all looking for Tank to be the B side? That's the real question. They're gonna really fight.
Well, no, that's something. Let me see. That's which one you gonna do it? And that's right there. All right. So yeah, that's something to be determined by who brings the revenue and brings the money to the table. So when you say fans and all that, that doesn't necessarily
We
mean.
know who bring the most revenue, Bill. We already know, but we know who got the belts too, though.
It's who brings the money to the table.
He mean network. What network?
I got you. I hear him.
Yeah,
I hear
who's
him. I
bringing
got
money to the table? Yeah, exactly. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we all know. I mean, I see. I got it.
So
I think that's the biggest hold up.
I think is Ryan. If I'm asking you, is Ryan, Ryan the B side?
We already know who we know who people coming to see, Bill. We already know who they coming to see. We ain't even got to debate that.
So you are.
Yeah, he the B side.
He is the B side, right?
Yep.
Are we clear? Clear?
Yep.
Clearly,
we clear.
B-side. Clear.
Yep.
No questions, no asses. Clear. Right? No, I'm making sure. Why are they?
I'm here.
Why are they?
He got a call, but did you hear him, Keith? He said, "Why are they fighting on Dazn then? If Ryan is the B side."
Well, we know the negotiations. I mean, come on, man. We know there's negotiations involved to get the fight, to get the big fights to happen. Okay, I'm just speaking realistically.
Wait. So are they negotiations, or is it the A side, meaning take it or leave it?
It all depends, though. That's why it's called negotiations. The same like I do real estate. Everything is negotiation.
So it's not an A side or a B side. It's a negotiation, then, correct?
Well, somebody get most of the revenue. We know that, though. Somebody is going to get more revenue than the other person. That's what happens.
Oh, okay. Well, listen. In terms of a revenue split, we're definitely open to, you know what I mean, what that looks like, and we open to the fight. Dev has not sent me out to say no to anything. You know what I'm saying? So anything's possible.
That was the bell champ.
I respect the.
Got to get to some other people. Keith, thank you for calling in. Be free. What up? Got to unmute, champ. You there? Be free. In the meantime, in between time, I have Jonathan Ramirez, $5 super chat. True or false? You petitioned to fight others when Loma was available, and both you and Ryan's team decided to fight later down the line. Mauricio's words. That's for you, Bill.
No, absolutely not. When they say, let me clear this up, because I'm with the team right now. You can ask the Lomachenko team, right? Is Lomachenko team was never available. Now, what you have to do is you have to get an understanding between the teams and then petition to the sanctioning body. You can't petition to the sanctioning body with not having an agreement between both teams, meaning a fight in place or a fight day or any of that kind of stuff. So he's saying, yeah, you can petition, but he also left out the fact that you have to have an agreement with Lomachenko that you're fighting.
So how's the business partnership with the WBC now? Because I remember at the time
they a sanctioning body, and Devin don't even pay sanctioning fees.
It was
Mike,
a point.
Slow down. I don't know, Mike. Listen, slow down, Mike. Pump your brakes. You know what I mean? Or at least put it in neutral and put the hazards on. You didn't just say somebody being in business with it. I'm in the Devin Haney business. I'm not in no business with no one else. And
my apologies.
And the thing about a sanctioning body is they sanction the fight. That's all they do. You pay sanctioning fees to have a sanctioned world title, sanctioned international title, sanctioned youth title. And that means that it's going to be for the rules of the sanctioning body committees that have had the same rules as Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Zab Judah. I mean,
it was a point in time you guys were at odds. I mean, you were vocally at odds with the WBC. So I was asking, how's that?
I'm at odds because only vocally because I want the WBC to expose these guys. I want them to expose that the fight can happen because it's not Devin not wanting, it's the other team and the other teams.
I got
That's why I
some.
didn't have to go to the WBC convention. I went to the WBO convention this year in Puerto Rico. Who's the WBO champion? Lomachenko. I mean, the WBO mandatory. Next person, Lomachenko. The WBA. Devin went to the WBA convention. Talk to the WBA. Listen, we let them know Devin let them know at the WBA that it's okay. We cool with them ordering Gervonta Davis. He said Gilberto Mendoza, right? He's the WBA president, right? Ness?
Yeah, Gilberto
Yes.
Mendoza.
Yeah, told Devin that Gervonta Davis was going to go another route if he ordered it. So he didn't order the fight because Devin went to go talk to him about the fight and the fight being ordered and letting all the sanctioning bodies know that they have a real world champion that's holding the belt right now, and we don't care nothing about fighting anybody. Anybody can get it. So I went to the WBO. He went to the WBA. The WBC, of course, they know what time it is. And the IBF, I had a meeting with the IBF.
Well, you had Ron Majeski at the WBC.
The WBC, yes, all the time, every year. Don Majeski.
Yeah.
And with the IBF, I had a nice trip back with Daryl Peoples. We were sitting in the business class, him and his wife, and I got a chance to talk to him and tell him what we represent and how thankful we are that, to have an organization like the IBF here in the United States. And, we're comfortable with being ordered a fight by them as well.
So you were in a business class with the IBF?
Business guy, like the section on the plane.
Oh, okay.
Listen, let me start over, Mike. We were in first class.
I'm tripping. Yeah.
We're in first class.
Sound better. Yeah,
I got boxing with a $2 super chat. He says, respect Bill Haney taking on all comers questions. 100 emoji. Mark Blake in the Netherlands. Say what?
I said Bill swinging his ass off too, and then caught me with a couple of motherfuckers.
Mark Blake.
No, Mike, we good, man. Mike,
Mark Blake said,
the only place you're gonna hear it in the morning. Well, no, it's the afternoon now. From the morning to the afternoon.
Yeah, we do marathon shows around here. I got Mark Blake, $10 super chat says, shout out to TBV for the marathon show. Great to see Bill, father of the undisputed champ. Bless you all. Shout out. Amen to that, champ. I got boxing back with another $2 super chat. He says, I want it to be Saturday. I'm hyped for Benavidez' plant. Me too, man. Me too.
Man, woo. Are you doing a live
I'm gonna be doing it live out of Hardin. They got a beautiful studio in Hardin. I'm gonna get to go over there, do it there,
Where's
smoke
Hardin?
there. It's the biggest dispensary in Las Vegas. You're more than welcome to come.
With the J, the JAR.
Yeah, because it's silent. It's silent. The J is really in Spanish. It's jardín in Spanish. It means garden.
Oh, okay. All right, I know exactly where that is. Okay.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to you more than welcome to pop up.
Oh,
No,
Ramadan.
Oh,
Ramadan starts in a couple days. So, I mean, not a couple days, a few hours at 12 tonight.
I got C-Dub with a $5 counterpunch cutting the line. What up, C-Dub?
Yo, how the audio?
Straight,
man. I had to come back, man. Shout out to my boy, man, my man's Bill Haney, man. You very inspirational, man. I admire your hustle. You came from that place. Anybody know what I mean by that place? If you know, you're a great father to your kids. Just inspiration, man. Then you come on the show all day, kick your flavor, kick this shit. You know what I'm saying? So let's kick it, man, real quick. Most know I'm a Tank fan. So, but Devin is the man. He is undisputed. No doubts about it. I don't know what the guy was talking about. That's a casual. we don't want to say casual no more. It's a little
Right.
people get a little touchy. But there was a abstract comment, or there was an odd comment to make that the belts just disappeared. But yeah, Devin is the real champion, undisputed. I got him 50-50 with Loma. He is the white wolf. He gray wolf. He's still a wolf. But let's say Devin get past that. You know, y'all control y'all destiny, man. You know, y'all can do the one fight deal as a partnership with any promotion. You know, you can do TO and stay with Top Rank and Shakur. You can go to the zone, Eddie do good business, and fight Ryan at 140. You know, Ryan don't got no excuse anymore. We'll beat you at 140. Or you can go to PBC. You know, fight Tank at 135, undisputed. Now I got Tank beating Devin at 135 because I think if Devin go to 140, he just sacrificing so much cutting down to 135. He's saying I believe his punch resistance will be a little better at 140, and I got Devin winning at 140. But what can you speak to if you get past Loma? Because you did say we don't want to. We know Loma is an incredible champion. I mean, an incredible fighter. We don't want to look past him. But if you get past Loma, can you speak to those three options right there? OG.
Yeah, thank you. I respectfully, I appreciate you, King. And that makes for a great fight. It makes for when you pull up anywhere, you know what I'm saying? And you could be racing cars, you could be, doing whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is a sport, right? And to see how you guys ride for Tank and why you ride for him makes it more, even most inspiring, for Dev to get in and gain the admiration and, you know what I mean, appreciation from you guys, the fans. Like I say, it's not about where it's personal towards the fighter. It's more about, you know what I mean, wanting to gain the respect of the fans. You know, they're all great fights. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that I hope that the other pops them learn, because see, they don't want you to think that. They don't want you to think that your son can be 24 with undisputed and be independent. And, in a fight for independence, right? So he's in another kind of fight, a different kind of fight. He's in a fight that for independence, to be able to go to all these different platforms and be in that position and to be 24. I just want everybody that listening, take your son. They saying he bad at school. Man, don't. They talking about he about to go to juvenile and he might be and all this stuff. No. Take him and put him in the gym because you might got something. That's all I'm saying. And then when you get it, don't let them tell you, oh, you can't do this or y'all can't do this or, and tear y'all apart. Stay together, right? And because the reason why Devin is in the position at 24 that he can have all those options, right, is because he has someone in me that has stayed true to him behind the scenes, behind the door. Because, a lot of times I think fighters might have been in positions and they've been told that they shouldn't become undisputed because when you become undisputed, then you worth more. You command bigger fights. So then now everyone is saying the belts don't matter. Is that a secret way to hold them down, or is it just ignorance? Like I say, thank you to everybody that acknowledges and supports just a man that's on his journey with his son, or a son that's supports a son that's on his journey with his dad, because that's all we're doing. And it's a sport of boxing, so we shouldn't have all the hostility towards each other, and especially not me and him towards any fans that pay our checks, that drive the sport. You know what I mean? Like, it's the reason why we're able to do it is because you guys, take care of them.
All right, I got a couple super chats I got to get to. Shout out to everybody. Looks like Prince says, I hope Bill got that bet with Paulie since he was talking crazy. Did you guys lock in that 100,000?
Man, you know what? I've been looking for Paulie. Like Paulie said that I think Paulie ducking me because I ain't seen Paulie. Where Paulie at, man?
He be down Florida now, man. He doing a lot of commentating with Pro Box.
Oh, he doing okay.
What Paulie say? Oh, I missed that.
Well,
what Paulie say?
Listen, it's Paulie said a lot of things, but the main thing is that we got a fight on May 20th, the Super Bowl of the lightweight division, Devin, and a 2P He's been there 3 times. This will be his 3rd time, but this will be a 2nd undisputed title defense, which is amazing at 24 years old. With that, Mr. Paul Malignaggi thought that Devin was not going to be moving towards boxing supremacy by bringing in the 3-division world champion Lomachenko with 2 gold medals and, a ton of experience, being in those big fights. So he was betting. I told him, I bet we make it happen and I bet we win. And he says, "Oh, Bill, you're trying to, if you bet he was saying that it's a cross bet." I said, well, then let's just bet that Devin wins. And he disappeared.
So like how much longer do you see Devin being at 135 though? 'Cause I know y'all said to the end of the year, but if the right fight comes along, could it be longer than that?
That'll ultimately be we've done a realistic goal. We said this year, you know what I mean? We'll keep the belts this year and show everybody that not only did Devin get the belts, but he held them and it ain't no fluke. He's willing to fight anybody to cement his legacy in the lightweight division before moving up.
And would you guys entertain the Teofimo Lopez or Josh Taylor winner?
Well, that's at 140 pounds.
That's why I was asking. Like next year, like if that fight happens and maybe that.
Well, no. What's I guess uncharacteristically unfamiliar about what's happening right now is normally you hear, this talk about what happens when this fight is over with and when that fight is over with. But, I get crickets. My phone ain't no, what I mean? I'm on here all day like this. Ain't nobody from no other team coming up saying nothing. No, none of this. You know what I'm saying? My phone, because I know what I got. I know what Devin is, right? And it's more importantly that the people know than to me worrying about the people that's trying to camouflage you, trying to piss on top of your head and tell you it's raining, right? It's, it's my purpose and my point to come out and let you know about my guy, just like I would expect any other parent, any other mom, any other dad. You know what I'm saying? With the way the equipment that we have now, we can serve our role and our purpose. But in yesteryear, you had to worry, you had to have traditional media cover shit, right? The New York Times, the LA, LA Times, right? They were the only ones to get the media to you. They were the only ones to get the news to you. So sometimes people were misinformed. And when I say casual, people are saying like casual, like it's like some sucker shit. When I say casual, meaning I quite conceivably could become a casual if I disconnect from the sport and just fuck with my son, with Sean, with the tennis and Bella with the tennis and just live my life and be entertained by other things and then come back to boxing every now and then. Only come to boxing and cover it when it's the fights that the name, have name recognition to, right? That becomes a casual fan. Nothing wrong with your understanding about boxing, just being informed, right? Being informed-ness and on time with what's going on right now. That's the hardcore fans that knows what happened the last fight, the negotiation. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so you said that last time. So what's happening now, Tank? What's happening now, Ryan, after you guys fight? Y'all said it was a mega fight. So okay, so we waited. We heard that. We heard all the hoopla. You're going to fight now. So what's next? Isn't that a fair question to that team as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I got Martin Sanders trying you again, champ. Gotta unmute. All right. We got Hendricks.
Yo.
Yo.
What's going on? Shouts out the Boxing Voice, Bill, Ness, Mike. Man, I'm just making a call to say they say everything, but let's fight. Cause I don't want to hear about nobody else, man. I ain't the boxing historian, but I'm not a dummy. It's easy to look shit up online. There's so much things to do and how to get information. You can see the truth and know what's false. So it's the truth that Ryan ducked Devin. It's the truth that Devin won the sparring match. It's the truth Ryan got the hydration clause. But at the end of the day, and nobody wants to fight the champ. There's one man with everything, but nobody wants to fight that man to say they the man. But you want to say you the man, but you don't have the hardware, the the intangibles to say you the man. You just saying this because what? You get money? Everybody makes fucking money. Shit, I'm at work right now making money. I'm just not making the type of money they make. But shit, you're not the man
That's right.
because you make more money than somebody.
That's right.
I don't understand it, man. I just use logic with these things, and I listen in all the time. That's why, man, this the best boxing show there is, cause ain't no phantom going on. Like, yeah, I might be a fan of this person, but I'm not a dummy. I'm gonna tell the truth when it's the truth. Ness, I done heard Ness say he a fan of Tank plenty of times. But guess what? Ness gonna tell the truth. Ness a big fan of Canelo. I watched the show a lot, but Ness told the truth about Canelo. Ness told the truth about all these other people. That's why I don't understand it, man. But that's my call. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Shouts out to the boxing voice.
Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. That's everybody. Holy shit, we did it. We did it. Oh no, we got others here. Big Gucci Nick, what up?
Big
Damn.
Nick, what's good?
Yo, actually, let me get to this super chat. Listen to this. Rider of the Storm, $2 super chat. You still doing a 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern show? Asking for a friend. Yo, it's literally 3 minutes till 3 o'clock. Yo, I've been on for so long. Big Gucci Nick was good.
What's good? What's good, man? Yo, shout out Mike Foster Gross. Probably said that wrong. Shout out Ness. Shout out Bill Haney, man. Yo, as far as who the man of the division is, I mean, obviously it's Devin Haney, man. You could say from a fan's point of view if you think he's the man, but on paper he's guaranteed 100% the man, obviously. But like I still think there are unanswered questions in that division, man. You still got Tank. We want to see Devin Haney versus. See, that's the thing too, man. We want to see the man versus the other top dogs, man. We want to see Devin versus Tank, man. We want to see Devin versus Core. Devin versus definitely he's gonna be fighting Loma. And one thing too, man, it's actually better for Devin that this fight happened a little bit later on. Now that he grabbed all the belts, because to be honest with you, I feel like if that had happened while Loma had the other belts, I could almost guarantee Loma would have put a rehydration clause on Devin and this and that. But now he don't have any leverage, which is great, man. So now this fight's a even Stevens fight, man. Because Devin's a big dude. Like Loma walked in the ring, said that dude was a heavyweight, man. You know for a fact he would have put a rehydration clause if it was back when he had the belts. You know what I mean? But he ain't got no say now. So shout out to Devin, man. He the man. He make all the calls, all the shots. You know. But yeah, man. I want to see all those big fights against the champ, man. Again, for all the belts, man. That's what this game's all about, man. But yo, keep up the good work. Long ass show, man. I'm just chiming in at the end of my work day, but I see y'all grinding. But yo, Ness, is y'all having you are doing the 3 p.m. show or not after the show?
Nah, man, my parents here. I gotta pack. I gotta hit the airport, man. I gotta fly back to Vegas.
Hey,
Yeah,
can I
man.
ask a
No one
caller?
blame you. You want a long ass show, man. Keep up the good work, man. Shout out y'all. Everybody smash that
I'm
like
back
and
Friday
subscribe, man.
morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. But Bill got a question for you, Big
Oh,
Gucci Nick.
Listen, Luke Campbell, Nakatani are all fighters that are bigger than Devin. They're bigger than Ryan. Is it some fighters get hydration clauses and others don't? I mean, is that some shit? I mean, shouldn't that? I mean, now, so like one fighter is bigger, he's taller, like, and that was supposed to mean that you were a great fighter because you fought this guy because he was taller, he was bigger, right? Like, I don't understand this narrative that this is supposed to be okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Oh, I was just saying, man, because when the rehydration clause come to play is when the opponent is a very high risk, dangerous opponent, and you want all the advantage on your side.
Okay.
So that's when you would be putting the hydration clause on the guys.
That's fair. See, Ness, he said it the right way, and that's okay. As long as you admit that the guy is a high risk guy, and then you say, okay, Ryan, you are high risk and all that. So I didn't say anything bad about Ryan. I said, Ryan, you in some exhibition shit. You're a high risk at doing that, so you're gonna sign to do something else, all to get a fight for bragging rights. That's all that I said. And
I mean, it puts him in position, though. It's more than bragging rights. You gotta, you know, especially, I mean, it puts him in position. He win that fight. Tank got a big ass name. A lot of people know him, man.
Well, listen. You got to say this then. From what they're saying, they're saying it's the two biggest names. So if the one name wasn't there, then you were going to be. That makes you the top name. So what else are you going to do different? What are you going to do? What are you going to do by beating Tank? What are you going to do?
What you mean? What are you going to do?
Who are you going to fight?
He said you next. Your son next.
That's what I'm saying is that you still got to come back around to put your feet on the ground and be a fighter. You're going to still have to eventually go for legacy and box. You even listen. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Jake Paul. He didn't have to fight Tommy Fury, but he wanted to be a boxer. He wanted to be in a position to be ranked to be a world-class boxer.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to show that he was world-class. Now, the Fury family said, no way a YouTube boxer is going to beat his son because his son is a real boxer, not a fighter, a real boxer. So when the gentleman, Coach JT, when I was saying, let's further the statement of being a fighter and a big punch to actually this being boxing, right? And we've seen where the greats have put on a boxing clinic for 12 rounds, and it's possible.
Well, Bill, on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Let them know where they can find you outside of on top of somebody's head whenever they mention your son.
Absolutely. And if you just being cool and you want to catch some cool content from a pops, from a dad, from a guy that came from nothing to a little bit of something, follow me on TikTok, Coach Bill Haney, Instagram, Bill Haney, also YouTube, Coach Bill Haney. So we're having a good time. But more importantly, what's more near and dear to me, if you can go and join parent2partner.com, where we're helping families use the tools to make the transformation from parent to partner, and then join families in partnership. So thank you, Ness. Always.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Parent2partner.com.
Mike, the gross, the boss. Let them know where they can find you.
Follow me on YouTube, man. Mike on Sports. We are about 48 away from that 4,300 mark, man. So if anybody out there ain't following me yet, man, we 48 away from 4,300. Let's get there by the weekend.
Let's get it. And we are about 960 away from the next goal. So I need about 900 of y'all to come over and subscribe to the Boxing Voices YouTube right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. We're back Friday at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard, 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm flying back to Vegas. So, yeah, man, catch me on the next one. Peace.